test this new mic out, and I thought might as well go live. Check it
Yeah,
out. Let me just share the links out. 1 second, brother.
yeah, take
So where are
time.
you from, Akhi?
I am from Afghanistan, brother. Where are you from?
Oh, mashallah. I'm from the UK. My parents are from Bangladesh.
MashaAllah. But I live in Ireland at the moment.
Oh, okay, mashallah.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Ireland?
I live in Dublin.
Oh, okay, mashallah, mashallah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just...
Yourself?
East London, Akhi. London.
Eastern. Alhamdulillah.
1 second, Akhi. Let me just share the links. Where is that? Here is the link. Join if you guys are still up. Allah. Yeah, I just got this new link. Sorry, new mic, and I just wanted to testing it out, and yeah, I thought let's just try it out.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let me see on YouTube on my live. It's gonna go live tomorrow. Who is joining? Let's see. Does it say I'm live on YouTube? Trying to see am I live or not. Hope I haven't gone live on the wrong channel. Oh, says start broadcast. I am live. Mashallah. Assalamu alaikum, Badir Ziko. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How's it going? Let me share the link in the live chat. If anyone wants to join, if anyone wants to join. Here's the link. Let me see if I can find the link. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. If anyone wants to join. Oops. Here's the link. Here's the feedback. So, Akhi, how long do you watch all the YouTube the what do you call it all the speakers corner stuff?
Speaker's
Yeah, all the
Corner?
videos and stuff. Are you like, do you watch it all, or are you like new on the scene? Like, on YouTube, all these panels and stuff. Are you um like, do you watch it all, or are you new on the thing? Oh, have you gone off? Hold on a second.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. I think you got cut out. No,
Yeah.
I was saying, do you normally join the panels, or do you watch all the speakers corner stuff?
Wallahi, I do everything.
Okay.
Yeah. I know a few of the brothers personally, that's why. They
Ah,
told me
okay.
to go on, yeah.
Inshallah. Do you know who I am though? Yeah.
I don't know who you are, but I know some of the other brothers on the chat.
Okay, mashallah. It's good for a change. So, what's your plans for Ramadan?
Wallahi, my plan for Ramadan is to seek forgiveness, number one, prepare myself, do more good deeds, and inshallah, after Ramadan, live with a good Ramadan with all my sins forgiven. That's the goal.
Yeah, that's good. Same here. We all, inshallah, may Allah make it a productive Ramadan for us. Walaikum
Ameen.
assalam, Imtiaz. Walaikum assalam, Bird's Nest, Brother Zico, and everyone. Yeah, tomorrow, there's a. Do you watch any? Are you into sports like football or anything like that?
No, I don't know.
Okay, man. Well, I'm a bit of a big Liverpool fan, man, and tomorrow we're playing Barcelona in the Champions League quarter final. That's semi final, man. Really,
MashaAllah.
inshallah, make dua for us to win. James Dolan.
Inshallah.
Yeah,
But brother, we should not support the kuffar in any activities. Is that these people
nah, okay. There's
uh,
Muhammad Salah. What's it called? Sadio Mane. Um, there's Muslim brothers playing for the team as well. I think Nabi Keita. Who else?
there is, there is,
Yeah.
there is Muslim brothers playing, but wallahi, but I don't even trust 90% of Muslims these days.
Yeah, that's true. It's very hard to trust anyone these days. Walaikum salam, Darky brother. Assalamu alaikum, Darky. Yeah, sorry, bro. I'm just saying salam to some of the people who are joining. Let me just share the links. Because what it was, I wanted to go live tomorrow, and
Yeah.
because it was getting late, so I thought I would change my mind. And then I thought,
Yeah.
I might as well. Some of the brothers said just join up, so I thought might as well.
Yeah. Salam alaikum, Bob.
Wa
Bob the Builder.
Assalamu alaikum.
alaikum assalam.
How are you, John and Syed?
Alhamdulillah, akhi. How you doing, bro?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
How,
Brother Syed,
what's the time?
inshallah.
What's the time where you are? What is the time?
8.
8. Okay, okay. Good, good, good. MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Who's in the
What's the
chat?
time in
Let
the
me
UK?
Sorry, what was that, akhi?
I said,
let me
what's the
check
time
the
over
chat.
there?
We'll see
What time?
that.
Oh, the time in the UK. Well, where I am is gone 1. 4 minutes past 1. Let me
Yeah,
share the
same
link.
here.
Oh yeah, in the island it's the same time as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sharing the links. Hold on a second, akhi.
Okay, where's your channel actually?
Huh? Say that again. What was that?
Yeah, but I can't find your channel. That's weird.
It's called TYM, akhi. You know.
You have more than one, that's why.
Yeah. I have 2, and one I just strictly OSCC is strictly Dawa, and the other one is like my own personal type of channel. Do you want me to share the link of the channel on the back chat?
Yeah, I can see the Muslims. Assalamu alaikum to all the Muslims in the chat. Assalamu alaikum, Bird's Nest, Rat Fest.
Salam.
Assalamu alaikum, Badr Zico.
Let me-
Assalamu alaikum, James Dolan. Assalamu alaikum, Imtimaz. Assalamu alaikum, Dorky. Assalamu alaikum, Dan TDM Jr. Everybody give video like, inshallah, so that brothers will get notification and see that we are live streaming, inshallah.
Hold on, I'm just sharing the links out. I know it's late. Hi, join us. We live now.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Where is the link? Here is the link.
Yeah, I'm gonna share
Bob
out
the Builder, how many?
Yeah, share it out, akhi. Share it out.
yeah, share that, inshallah.
Share it out. Where is that link? On here it is. Best thing to do before I go live, I should start sharing all the links out, get everyone on the panel, and then press what do you call it, live? I think that'll be a good for next time.
Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad Akbar.
Walaikum assalam. Hold on, I'm not looking at the live chat. If anyone's giving salam in the live chat, just walaikum assalam. Just a minute, brothers.
Everybody share the link out, inshallah. Just make sure Kuffar don't get the link, inshallah, and we'll be good.
Only those interested in dawah, in sincere heart, they're welcome.
Inshallah.
You know, anyone who wants to, because I know I have met some really good brothers, brothers in humanity, who are literally have actually someone called, what's his name? Hold on, Morton Haya. Wow, I'm really impressed about that guy because he has learned a lot, like the Islamic terminology and stuff like that. And he seems very sincere and very asking deep questions, like sincere questions. So mashallah, may Allah make everyone make dua for him. May Allah guide him. The brother from, is it from Sweden or Norway? Morton Haya. Big up to Morton Haya, and may Allah guide him.
I see Saifuddin. The video of the Amir al-Mu'mineen is not propaganda. The video of the Amir al-Mu'mineen is to show that Muslims, that the Emir knows what's going on, that the Emir feels for this ummah. So, inshallah, I hope you don't mean any mockery by your comment, inshallah.
Where is that? Where is his
Brother,
communication?
Go Live is messaging me. Did you invite Go Live on?
Yeah, I did.
Invite
I
Go
did.
Live.
Go live if you're listening, Akhi. I sent the link in the groups. You should get it. Hold on, let me send go live the link. 1 second.
Let me sing some next.
One other thing is,
Walaikum assalam, everyone. Where is it, everyone?
رزيكو الحمد لله أخي and you يا أخي. Go, go live.
What's Go Live? Where is he?
No, he's trying to shush me. Go live.
Copy. Let me just. Where is it? Go Live. Where is Go Live? Go Live. Go Live. Go Live.
Go, where's the?
Go Live. Here is the link. You join. If
Saifuddin, are you a supporter of Adola or are you just a curious brother? Just to ask and know, you know. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. More brothers joining, inshallah. Everybody like the video,
Allahu
inshallah.
Akbar, brothers,
More
join
people
the
in the
live
video.
chat. We're all united upon Tawheed, nothing else. We are one ummah. No black is not better than a
that's
white man.
it.
Islam has ended racism 1400 years ago. Not like these kuffar telling us racism today. Fuck the kuffar with the racism. Islam ended it 1400 years ago. Allahu Akbar.
Akhi, don't
Trying
use
to
that
swear as well in the same sentence.
No, wallahi, these people, they piss me off. They always attack Islam.
I know.
Islam.
I know how you feel. I know.
Celtic.
Join Celtic.
Oh, Celtic. Oh, Celtic, Mr. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Come on the Hangouts so I can destroy you. So I can destroy you. Come on the Hangouts, Mr. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Celtic, join akhi, man. You're free to join us. So what happened yesterday, man? I got a bit of it. You and Uncle Omar, like, looks like, subhanallah, like, went proper in.
Well, we just had to take care of some business per se.
Yeah, two Muslim brothers arguing. It happens, you know.
Yeah, I know. Just his cursing has gone out of control, you know. So sometimes you just have to react, you know. You can't just stay quiet all the time.
Definitely, we need to.
Of course not. We are one ummah. We will unite, inshallah, upon Tawheed.
Oh, look.
Allah has promised victory over all
Let's unite upon haq. Salam alaikum, akhi.
Yeah, Jamal, join the link. There's the link. Jamal, let me send you the link. Join.
دولة الإسلام قامت.
وعليكم السلام Celtic. Join up. Links above. Anyone who wants to join, anyone who wants.
Celtic, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Celtic. Celtic, you're muted.
Man, just sorting it out.
Yes, alhamdulillah. How are you? How are you, brother?
I'm not.
Did you see the speech? Did you see the speech, Celtic?
Celtic Island, are you on the haq?
Who? What are you asking, brother?
Is he on the haq or is he off the manhaj?
Who? Celtic?
Celtic Island. Celtic.
No, he's not. He's not on the correct aqidah, but khair, inshallah.
What is the support?
He supports Hayat Tahrir al-Sham.
Ya Allah, may Allah guard you, brother.
Khair. Celtic, did you see the new speech?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it?
His beard is gonna be grey, bit old.
Khair. I was gonna say if you needed it, I could send it to you, but khair,
No,
since
I've
you've
seen
seen it.
Well,
But do you
how old?
understand Arabic? Do you understand Arabic?
No, only maybe. Just a small bit. I wouldn't be able to.
I have the transcript. I have the transcript for the translation if you ever want it.
What is that? You see this video that we're talking about? Like how long? How is the video long or is it short? With just seeing clips.
20 minutes.
He talks about the victories of the Mujahideen in other lands of the Islamic State. He talks about in Afghanistan, the Mujahideen are joining Dawlat al-Khilafah, and inshallah they will start their march towards Iran. Inshallah, we will destroy all the Shias. No Shia will remain on this earth so long as the Khilafah remains. And I promise you that Shias will be defeated. We will kill every Shia that comes to fight us. This is the haqq. Accept it. Accept it if you want. If you want to leave it, I cannot force you to accept this.
Alaikum assalam, TSOC. My
Yeah,
brother in the house. And I see
Salam
Syed too. Another brother is in the is in the bayt. Is in the bayt of khair. I see. Let's unite upon haqq. See all the Muslims. Alhamdulillah. Everybody like the video, inshallah. Just like the video so we get more people who get the da'wah, inshallah.
Allahu Akbar.
Everybody who just came like the video.
Ameen, ameen.
Where's the other brother from? Because I heard an Irish accent.
Oh no, he's from Ireland, just like you.
Yeah, it's a what we call in Ireland a culture accent. I'm down.
Bullshit. I'm from Dublin, mate. You from here, bro? I hear you leave it out. Smack that fat joint, bro.
Celtic, man. When are you gonna give bayat, man? Forget Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, man.
No.
What you mean no, man? Come on, man. Forget Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Hayat Tahrir al-Hypocrites.
They hate the Sharia. Hate the Sharia. They don't apply Sharia. How are they on the right manhaj? They control land, but they don't implement the Sharia. Subhanallah.
La ilaha illallah.
They'll just go back to the way they were before.
Celtic. Why don't you want to give bayat, akhi?
No.
Man, if you want to see, if you want videos on governance, I have videos on the governance, the way they governed it.
You're not telling me anything, Bob. I've seen it all.
No, you haven't.
I've seen all the Al Furqan media release.
Have you seen the one where they paved the roads?
I know. Yeah, of course they ran the Iraq better than the Iraqi state. Well, there's not a state. Many in Iraq. A lot of the, like they've a big problem with, especially in a lot of Middle Eastern countries, because they don't have a lot of water. So
water, mate, water.
Like there's a big problem with storage. But even I was watching a program on the PBS, and the government couldn't the electric, like the wires in Iraq, the electricity is on the but they were always having electrical outcuts. But within 1 month, this will tell you how bad, how rotten and corrupt. It's just like all of them. IS was able to fix the electricity in a month, where for 10 years the Iraqi government couldn't get the electricity on, and the storage was cleaned within about maybe 3 or 4 months. So these are all things, yeah. They done all these things. No, I'm not denying that.
But do you believe they're Khawarij, or are they on the right manhaj?
Not the rank and file, I know. Many of them are like, they can, but there's definitely people inside. I was talking about this to go live, and Bob knows what we talked before.
So, you know all of this. How come you don't give bayat then, yakhi? Come on, yakhi.
No.
He's afraid, that's why. The special branch of the guard will be after him.
No, what it is, yeah, but didn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say that when the fasik comes to you with information, you need to verify it? So how do we verify it all? Because the information we are getting is through the Western media, which we can't trust a word what they say.
No.
So
I understand that point.
that's
It's
why actually I
because,
can't,
because even online, there's a war against the information. There's information war.
honestly, a lot of all this stuff that they usually, when they say, "Oh, they found the guy, they found this on him,"
it's very convenient, isn't it?
yeah, it's not a lot of it's all a lot of it's bullshit. Like, but in around 2014, it's the same group. A lot of people like they think that it's who's this group? It's the same group. It's an old group. They're out since like maybe 2004, around 2004, and
2003.
well, they established themselves. It was called Tawheed al Jihad, and then after that, the Mujahideen Shura Council. And after the Mujahideen Shura Council, they claim to be part of Al Qaeda, but they actually were even more wealthier than Al Qaeda, and Al Qaeda was actually getting loans of money off them. So they were so wealthy. So then they eventually just broke away, but they kept the name. A lot of people thought they were like actually part of Al Qaeda, but they were really independent. They became more and more independent because they had a lot more money, and that's like they. I think their own extremism brought them down. They were so powerful. Like
Who?
Oh yes.
Akhi, what was extreme? Akhi?
What was extreme? Have you like, Bob? You're young, right? Before Syria, I'm talking 2005, 2006. I remember. I'm 39 years old.
Alhamdulillah.
2005, 2006, 2007. And then in 2008, the Americans came in. There was this thing called the Surge, right? And they got this, like the groups called the Sahwa in Iraq to rise up and attack. But there was other groups called the Islamic Army in Iraq. There was a Kurdish group called Ansar al-Sunni
Oh, actually,
from the
the
north.
TS has a question. Celtic, why does Hayat Tahrir al-Sham only publicly execute Mujahideen and not Assad soldiers?
Subhanallah, may Allah destroy these munafiqeen. May Allah destroy them.
Are you listening?
M-Stacks, come on the show, M-Stacks. We got the link for you. Come on the show. Syed, send out the link again.
Yeah, I sent it.
Celtic Ireland, I want to ask you one thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Anytime there's going to be an establishment of Islam and or an Islamic state, the kuffar are going to fight us. No matter how, even if we have an Islamic state where we govern by democracy, we're still going to be fought. Because when Islamic State came into being, they threatened America's foreign policy. America, their currency is based on oil. If the Middle East was to fall, America's currency would fall, America would fall, and would be brought to its knees. You know what I mean? You don't know geopolitics. You need to know everything to have a look at the picture. Muslims in the world, when they see Khawarij, I ask Muslims, yeah, what you think of ISIS? They're Khawarij. I go, where is the proof? They have no proof, yeah, because we don't understand Islam. We never look at history. In everything, yeah. At the beginning, the Dawlat, they never fought any Mujahideen group. Wallahi, FSA, these Murtadeen, the so-called Free Syrian, the Mujahideen, these Democrats, Kafirs, they turned their guns against the Mujahideen, started fighting them. Then the Kurds, the apostate Murtads, living in fucking Erbil, they started bombing us. And the Shias, everybody's fighting us. All we're doing is saying we want Islam. And because when people are bombing us, we're going to bomb back and people die. And the world, they look just at us, what we're doing. If we make one mistake, that mistake is it to destroy you. You know what I mean? Like one mistake that Dawlat makes, yeah, that mistake is all people talk about. They never talk about how good they've done for the Muslims. The cities.
The thing is, Akhi, John, there are not even many mistakes made in the first place. Nobody can even find any mistakes. Look at the brothers in the chat. Look at Salam. Salam says, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham are big fraud, big time clowns. Bird's Nest Bradfest says, oh boo-hoo. Why Dawla protects Ahl al-Sunnah from Shia Kafir Rafida going around Iraq and Syria, murdering children named Aisha, Uthman, and Abu Bakr. Ho ho ho! Oh, and Umar. Look at this. Look, real Sunni. Jolani is a kafir.
This is
Real
their
Sunni
downfall.
here.
See,
Allah
see,
Akbar.
Bob,
Allahu Akbar.
Bob.
Real Sunni.
It's ISIS was filled with people. They would fill people, young guys like you, and they would tell them, listen, you're fighting Assad, so see the front line over there is the Nusayris. But when they got there, it would be other Mujahideen groups. It would be Chechens.
Prove it to me. Prove it to me. Akhi, can you prove it to me? Where's the proof from this claim?
You believe everything. See, you don't look at the other media. You were looking at the Al Furqan media.
Oh, binary technique is a Rafidi. Hey, Syed, can you
Are you sure?
can you ban binary technique from this channel? He's a Rafidi. He curses the Sahaba. This man is a Rafidi. This
Binary
man curses the
technique,
Sahaba.
if you're a Shia, can you just confirm now? Because if you're a Shia or not, please confirm. Don't mind, brother T-Sock. I'm not doubting you, Akhi. I just, because online we have to be just double sure, because I don't want to accuse anyone of anything. Just like that, you know, Akhi.
And one other thing, Celtic Ireland. There's a documentary made by
Look. TSOC said, Wallahi, he's a Rafidi and supports Assad.
Okay, binary technique. Can you deny what brother T-Sock is saying? That you do not support Rafidi and Assad, please.
Let's check his channel. Check
I
this
love the
man's
mother of the believers more than my own mother, he said.
The thing is, TSOC's word is a lot more worth it than this guy. I trust me.
What it is, both T-Sock and the binary technique, I don't know them as much. Well, as I just don't want to hurt. Hold on a second. Anyway, go on. You guys.
Actually, I just looked at his channel.
I'm checking it out. You guys.
He's Assyrian. This man is an Assyrian Christian. Kick. He supports Assad for sure.
Well, he's not on the panel anyway.
No. I checked this channel. Okay,
I'm checking it as well. You guys chat anyway. I'm checking it out.
Well, scroll all the way down. You can find all this Assyrian Jewish stuff, Assyrian Christian stuff. This man definitely an Assad supporter. A'udhu billah.
Bob,
Naam akhi.
have you seen that documentary where they go to see the so-called Mujahideen? Voice News made this documentary.
Look at 77. Even 77 is saying he saw the same thing.
What are you talking about? Which Voice News?
Voice News, they made this documentary where they were with the so-called moderate rebels, meaning kafir rebels, and they were asked, America gives you weapons, and the commander goes, America gives us weapons to fight the Dawlat and not Assad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-called
That's the Free Syrian Army. Yeah. They openly said it on Vice News. It's on Vice News. It's still available.
Yeah, listen, Bob, listen. These Free Syrian Army group, Bob.
Yeah.
Listen. Yeah, okay. The Free Syrian Army group at the start of the war, they were too weak. There's no Free Syrian Army. It's just a group. There was bunches, let's say 500 or 600 there, 250 in another place. It's the name Free Syrian Army. It's just a name. There's no Free Syrian Army. Even the Americans. Why do you think the Americans went to backing the PKK in the north of Syria? Because they when they realized, they said we can't get these Free Syrian Army to actually fight as one army. They're killing each other. So the Americans just pulled down. What's wrong, Syed?
Binary, if you just binary, hold on. If what was that? Go Live Media, Akhi. He goes, Muslim Matters just said they're gonna call the police on us. What the hell?
I don't know. Let's check the Muslim Matters channel. Who's Squeaky Voice though? Which one is Squeaky Voice?
See what I'm saying? Yeah, Nice. Bro, I know your intentions are not bad, bro. Because like come on, bro. Everybody over here knows Abu Mujahid, and we know that he doesn't have that type of ideology.
You know, and that's the issue, though, isn't it? Because why should somebody who's a calm person get into trouble? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, if it's go like one of these Qarijis, alhamdulillah, khair.
You think some over-aggressive Crown prosecutor is going to care?
No, exactly.
No, you're right, actually. That's what we're advising now, so inshallah.
No, like, I don't think
He said rewind it like 3 minutes.
Yes, they just want to prosecute, mate.
Yeah, but the thing is, Reactionary appreciates how sensitive this thing is. Like, this is a serious matter that's urgent. Like, it's not something to say.
Whoever's playing it, he said rewind 3 minutes, but I don't really care. Do you want to give him attention for nothing?
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree if Abu
That's
Mujahid was
why,
going on.
what do people call them? People call them Fitna Matters for no reason. It doesn't have that name, Fitna Matters.
Abu Mujahid, where you from? Where you from? You from a tough area, bro. You know when like things get like real, right? Bro, you know when things get real.
Okay, bro, let's drop it, bro.
Who's squeaky voice?
Let me tell you something quickly, guys. Abu Mujahid, you guys are taking this as a joke. People have died, bro. People are being killed. Blood is being spilt in mosques, in synagogues, in Sri Lanka, and all these places. You think they're taking it as a joke?
Look at this kafir talking about the blood of the kuffar. You'll never.
I know. I can hear him. Hold on.
Bro, who's playing though? I'm trying to figure out someone's ideology, bro. I'm doing.
But can I be honest with you, brother, Abu Mujahid?
Bro, you're not the person. You're not the person to go investigate these types of people.
Exactly. Do you work for the government? Is that your job?
Bro, I'm doing it for my deen, not for the
Listen,
government.
guys, listen. At one point, everyone here was trying to debate Bob. At one point, everybody here was trying to debate Bob, right? Let's just look, he's younger brother. We're giving him advice. He's listening to it. And let him do what he needs to do, right? Inshallah. He said he's gonna change the picture, so let him change the picture. He's gonna deassociate any kind of emails, any kind of association he has online with them. And inshallah, just move forward, man.
Go live, join if you want.
Yeah, he just said that.
You said that. He said he doesn't see what's wrong with it. He's doing it for research.
Did you not just say that? You're right. Did you not just say that?
Yeah, I did, man. Reaction needs to chill out, man.
That's no, he just said he changed the picture.
Who said it? Who said that he wanted to report? What's the name?
Ahi, did you not just hear me? It doesn't let me change the picture.
So you can't.
No, I can't. It doesn't let me.
Or make a different account, bro. Whatever you gotta do, bro.
Anyway, for the record, Reactionary is free of all of this extremism stuff and all of these people who are adhering themselves to the ideology of these people.
Yeah, that's seconded. I'm absolutely free from any of these people. I will be reporting
extremist game. Other Muslims, in trouble with the law.
Oh wow, this quantum guy is a snitch.
When you see Bob or any of these people that are associated with Bob, are you gonna be going also to those chats and those platforms?
Okay, go live. I saw that.
What you guys saying?
I might go there to report. I mean, to see if I can get him to report them on you.
Oh my god!
You see here, quantum. You hear quantum?
Yeah.
Look at this snitch, man.
These people are dangerous for the Muslims.
Report him for what? What have you said for?
Look at this snitch, quantum, man. That's it. I'm gonna share this, man.
Hold on a sec. If you're on a platform and they're on the same platform as you, do you keep quiet and let them spread their falsehood, or do you?
Did you hear that? Did you hear Reactionary? Such a sly guy.
No. This man is a snitch. This man, quantum. You know, this man doesn't even pray, man. This man doesn't even pray.
Actually, can you actually say that? We don't really know innit about that praying.
No. Go Live was yelling at them. Go pray. He never went to pray. This man doesn't pray.
Let's make excuses. Maybe he forgot that day, that instance. I don't know who that quantum brother is, but like he's judging us. I'm making excuses for him, you know. So
I think people were,
to be honest, the
I'm
only
not gonna
people
be like them.
And Safaz.
Yeah, but the thing is that does that help at all?
I think so.
Really? Because it's still
Turn on super chat and turn off live chat. Disruption takes you off the subject. Turn off what? Turn on super chat and turn off live chat.
Also, we stopped them coming on today.
Let them, Aki, I think, let them chat whatever they want, didn't it? Rewind back.
No. Let me hear this.
If you guys are saying that, okay, Abu Mujahid has a
He said
flag,
rewind back 1421.
so these people, or he was trying to find out and this and that. But are you guys going to be agreeing on the same thing, that you guys are not being doing the same thing? Like,
What does you
going on
guys mean,
platform?
bro? You keep saying
Well, you guys are the one
What does
that's
that mean?
telling them.
You guys.
I'm talking about reactionary quantum, Abdullah. You guys, are you guys
Yeah.
also backing up the same thing that you're telling him to do?
What are you talking about? Do we spread these black flags and all that stuff?
I don't speak. I'm
It's
not talking
dangerous, man. These Muslims, some
When you
even
say
attack
that,
other
Ones
Muslims.
are snitches, man.
Subhanallah, man.
say like,
Just by one or two sentences.
So you never gone on those
This is
panels, bro?
this is public. This is not private. Publicly. If the
Yeah.
police, don't they understand? The police are watching this anyway.
channel that has
Anything
Bob or
dodgy.
anybody in there.
Exactly. You think the
Do you
police
understand?
don't watch
This
these
is
channels?
public. This is not bloody private. These guys are sick, man. Whoever, if it's true, that is.
doing, right? So that's the context. We're not speaking about but
Yeah.
obviously when we speak to them once, that's it. And after that, we try to leave it, right? Unless we see that they're misguiding Muslims or giving a bad image.
These
we'll come
people
there.
have families, mothers and sisters and wives and kids, and you guys want to, on a whim, just want to put someone in trouble like that. Subhanallah, man.
I know. You hear them.
Fear
You
Allah,
hear.
man.
You hear these snitches, man.
Not just this. Look, let's look at one thing. Yeah.
What's Abu Dhabi doing?
Look, bro, you've got him as a mod on your channel.
That's
and
why.
yours
That's
has got
why
the black
now
flag.
I understand why people call this guy Fitna Matters. Now I understand it now. I never used to get involved in that.
Yeah, man. You hear this, man? Oh, these people are snitches, man. The thing is,
This
it's
man's a
really
kafir.
Quantum. Quantum is the snitch, man. This man is a snitch. Everybody report Quantum Movement. This man is a snitch. Report this man's account. Hold on. Let me get his account. And everybody report his account.
Akhi, do you want to be exactly like it? If it's true, let's not stoop to his level, Akhi. Because
No. If he loses his account, he'll lose the ability to snitch us.
I don't know
Hold
who
on,
that brother is. Quantum. Never heard of him.
Okay,
All I can
report
say
this.
is this man's a
Report this.
kafir.
Hold on.
You guys know more
Everybody
than me on
report
this,
Quantum
so I'll leave
Movement.
it to you guys.
I'm gonna put his account here. Quantum Movement. This man is a snitch.
Just make sure that if he tries to get on next time, block him.
Yeah, this man is a snitch, man. Screw this man. Okay, I posted his link. Well, remove any web addresses and try again.
Man,
Still online, Syed.
Why is it saying remove any web addresses and try again?
Say that again.
Are they still online?
Hey, I think somebody's reporting my account, man. Somebody's reporting my account.
Links don't work on live chat. I don't know. It's the setting, Akhi. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I think somebody's reporting your account. That's why. It works on other.
Nah.
Okay. Everybody report Quantum Movement.
Are you still live, Syed?
Yeah, should be why.
Hey, we're live. This man is a snitch, man.
Everyone
Bob,
should go on to
Akhi Bob. See this kafir, yeah? May Allah destroy him. He would never call the guard or any of the police on the on white supremacists, but against us, subhanallah. If a white supremacist comes to him and say, I want to fuck your mom, he'll be like, yeah, come ahead. For us,
These guys need to understand all this is live. Yeah, this not hidden.
I know.
Yeah. So, subhanallah, man, you carry on what you're doing. We carry on what we're doing. What's all this snitching business, man?
Look, Syed,
I know, man. You heard what I was playing, right? You heard what they were saying.
Because I want to say one thing clearly.
Yeah.
In Islam, we do not condone any harming of any innocent people. This is not like the Christian Bible, like with man, woman, children, and the donkey.
You know what the Bible says, actually? The Bible says, take the children and smash their skulls.
There you
That's what
go.
the Bible says.
I do not condone any violence towards any innocent human being. And that's my stance. And
This
know,
is
Islam. That's Islam. So.
This is specifically why I don't like ISIS. Specifically.
Come here, let me ask you a question, mate. Yeah? Before
Man,
the invasion of Iraq, yeah?
Be quiet. I mean, Celtic, man. Be quiet, man. The one killing innocents is Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Remember when they went and they took brothers and they killed them? Remember, I swear to you, I know somebody who's Syrian. They took his uncle, they ransomed his uncle for money. When they didn't get the money, they killed him. And his uncle had nothing to do with anybody. This is what Hayat Tahrir al-Sham does. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, they kill Muslims instead of fighting Assad. They're scumbags, man. Don't talk about Dawla, man. Don't talk about Dawla. Talk about Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Snake.
Celtic, yeah. These Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, may Allah destroy them.
This binary technique guy isn't Muslim, by the way. The binary technique guy is not Muslim. I checked this channel. I swear to you, I checked this channel.
Bob,
scroll all the way down to his videos. That's 2 years ago. You can find a Syrian Christian.
No, he said no. He said that in the past he had wrong opinions, this, that, the other, but now he, moved on from them and he's here to learn. So
I don't believe that. He talked about Assad on Respect's channel before.
Anyway, like I said, before I make any clear evidence. But anyway, hold on. Let me just invite Qasim. 1 second.
By the way, this man, Quantum Movement, doesn't pray Salah. When Go Live told him to go pray Salah, he didn't want to go pray Salah.
SubhanAllah. I feel sorry for those who don't pray Salah, because whatever you do, my advice is one thing, man. This is not dawah. I'm giving you nasiha. Yeah. What is that? Please read your Salah. That's one thing. Yeah. Look, because when I say do whatever, but pray Salah, my thing is, when I say that I know what Salah does to you, is it stops you from doing so much stuff and keeps you strong, and it's good for you. So
Correct.
That's why I say do whatever, but just don't never ever let go of the Salah.
Correct.
It makes you depressed. Wallahi, I'm telling you, man. Things just, your heart gets heavy. I've noticed, man. Wallahi, with that Salah, it's crazy, man. Because before, when I never used to pray Salah and stuff like that, I used to look at other people who, from the outside looking inside, I used to look like, wow, look at their life, wow, this, that, the other. Now, what I do is, subhanallah, the other day I was watching this a kid. He's a Muslim kid in India, a slum. He lives in a slum, and then he had to run away because his mum died. His dad married a stepmother, used to beat him up. Now he's on the streets of India, running around and this and that, trying to eat food. It's not even guaranteed when he's going to have his next meal. And look at us. We can open a fridge, we can go downstairs and we eat. We have water, we have clean water, we have parents, we have roof overhead. I have a car, I have work. Wallahi, I'm a millionaire. Wallahi, I'm a millionaire. Allah made me a millionaire.
No,
don't give me that, bruv.
Then what do you want me to say? You just said don't say
you guys. What are you saying, you guys? You keep doing that.
I just said, I apologize. I said, I meant reactionary, Abdullah, and Quantum.
Jafar,
that's the same thing.
Jafar,
come on, bro.
He was doing the stuff he always did, being stubborn. So
he's being quarrelsome.
He quarrelsome. We wanted to get it through to his head. This is a serious matter, bro. We're adults.
For some reason, he doesn't quarrel with you because he respects you because you're an entrepreneur.
No, it's not about that. No, don't bring that up here.
He loves the dunya.
No, that's not
anything to do with the dunya. He respects. People don't talk about the deen.
No, that's wrong. Actually, you know what? That's wrong to say that, bro. That's really wrong to say that.
Yeah, reaction.
That's really wrong to say that, bro. Because you know what? I can say a lot of things too, bro. But you know that's wrong to say that.
Bro, you're the one that kept saying you guys.
Reaction.
Well, there was only 3 people that was going at him. I wasn't going at him.
No one was going at him, bro. We were advising him, and he was quarreling. What do you want us to do?
Did you feel like you were being advised, or were you being like you were attacked?
Attacked, 100%.
Bro, attacking means you, Abu Mujahid, you're dumb, you're an idiot, you're so stupid.
You sounded,
you're a mad Sally.
Like you want me to.
That's attacking. That's attacking. We get attacked daily, bro.
And then you can make a live stream saying, "Oh, guess what happened to Abu Mujahid? See, guys, I told you."
Yo, Abu Mujahid, if you're listening, man, you're welcome on my channel, Lucky. You won't get attacked here, man. Jump on.
Abu Mujahid and Abu Mujahid and Jafar are victims. We victimized them. We bullied them, bro.
You don't need to. No, listen. Guys, I don't need to be bullied. I don't care about being bullied.
But you can't bully me.
He bullied you.
No, it's not even about that, bro. But
what you guys? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
You see these idiots, man. These idiots, man.
They are.
These snitches, man. Look. Oh, man. These snitches, man.
The Jafar guy, I like.
You know,
he's the only one I like.
unfortunately, some of the people there, it's like you have to be in my Hangout crew, and if you go elsewhere, other channels, then that's it. This is what it's all about.
They have a gang.
Yeah, it's an online Hangout gang.
You hear them. He's like, oh, are you going to go on their channels again? This is all he cared about, man. Are you going to go on their channels again?
It's like a girl. It's like a girl, man. Like, oh, worried about their ex or something. Astaghfirullah, man.
Who owns that channel?
Actually, there's no. I don't even talk about these people.
Jafar DJ. Jafar DJ. Jafar DJ.
He owns it. It's okay.
Yeah.
That reactionary. I didn't know much about him, so I sort of said, maybe because I actually. But now I believe what Abu Talha was saying.
Bro, everyone kept on telling me that beware of these individuals, yeah, and I kept on making excuses for them. Like a prophet said, make excuses. Today I hear the guy, yeah. One time, what happened was I went to Speaker's Corner. There was a meeting. And I said, oh man, I can't park downstairs. It costs like £8-9 an hour.
Yeah.
And subhanallah, yeah, a sister Halima, she said, bang, she just put the £20 in my PayPal account. She goes, there you go, park and go now to the meeting. Yeah, I just said it out loud. I was doing a live stream.
Yeah.
This guy is like saying, oh, look at this, the guy's getting money to get for parking, and if it was me, I would have told her, at least I'll pay you back. I'm thinking, you know what?
What's it got to do with it?
I said, you know what? Keep on giving me your deeds. Alhamdulillah, I want to get rid of my bad ones. Just keep on doing it. And then I thought to myself, nah, this guy's not right. This little thing made me think today, you know what? Allow the excuses anymore. I don't care. These online people. I don't need their online brotherhood back up.
They're still talking, actually. Listen to this.
Big brother want to advise you. Sometimes it's a good advice, but they might come across in a bad way. So it's khair, inshallah. They only concern, my brother, okay? So don't take it as anything as it might be felt as.
No, 100% that's correct. Yeah,
so I'm just saying sometimes when brothers want to advise brothers, it might come across in a bad way. So
all I'm saying is like the way
I hear you, brother.
The way
I don't know who put me on mute. All I'm saying is this. 1 second.
Yeah, can I talk?
1 second.
I talk, please.
1 second, Abu Zaid. If you guys don't care,
This guy in the chat, Adam DZ, where did Quantum Donkey go? Quantum Donkey. Oh no, Quantum Donkey. This man doesn't even pray and he's trying to talk about Islam, this Quantum Donkey. Oh no. Oh no, man.
It's all the same guys. I know, because it's the same guys that do Beyond Respect's channel.
You said that you tried it and you can't change it.
The reason a lot of us do it is because we try to figure out, okay, what exactly is it that these guys believe, okay? So I'm no different to the other people in that sense, that I did that also. The only difference is that I asked him to provide me more things about what he believes, and he wasn't willing to do that on a public platform, and he wasn't willing to do that on a Hangouts chat.
Isn't that worrying?
Huh?
Isn't that worrying?
Yeah, okay, perhaps it is.
Let him just finish.
No, I am letting him finish. I mean, I was saying a comment just so, like, to make him think.
Yeah, fair enough. Perhaps that is because, maybe he's trying to hide something or whatever, yeah? But the fact of the matter is, I looked past that and I thought, okay, well, even if it is because of that, I really want to see what exactly it is that's influencing these guys, because I feel myself that I'm really strong in my beliefs. Okay, I don't know about you guys. I don't know what your level of iman is. I know that I'm really strong on my beliefs in terms of what I believe my scholars are upon. Okay, I know my scholars are extremists. I know that my scholars are not on any kind of crazy wave. So I'm strong upon that. So that's why that level of certainty influenced me to the level that I thought I was firm enough for me to listen and watch any kind of thing he was going to throw at me. So that's what I did. And I went onto the Telegram and I saw what he had. And he showed me, and it didn't change my faith one bit. I said to him in the chat, this is not good enough for me. I don't know what you're trying to prove to me. I don't know what it is you believe in, but for me, this is nothing. Like, this is not gonna sway me for nothing. Simple as that. That's what happened. So if maybe I might have taken a route to figure out what he believed in, a route that you guys are not willing to take because of whatever.
So
you know,
here we go,
whatever
you guys again.
yeah, but whatever
Here
laws.
comes with that you guys thing. But brother, let me.
Why are you causing problems? What are you trying to do?
Listen to me now. Then we listen to you. Listen to me.
Oh, React is gonna talk.
Wait, what you're saying is coming from a
reactionary. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Listen.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I wanted to finish what I was saying.
Okay, go on.
Okay. Now you're saying that your heart is clean, but the possession of this material is one thing. But because your heart is clean, you know what you're doing is good, right? What we're trying to tell you is that in criminal law in the UK, they have two things that's required: your intention and the act. If you do an act,
no, that's not what I'm saying.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. If you do a crime, but you don't have the intention to do it, you can't be guilty of the criminal offence. With this particular terrorism act, just possessing this stuff on your phone, just possessing it, is a terrorist act. Yeah, but if you don't need no intention, all of this stuff you're talking about what's in your heart and fighting it and not being influenced, that means nothing. They don't care about that. Exactly. You are, by having that material on your phone, you're guilty of the terrorist act.
Enough, and I knew that. As soon as I started speaking, I was going to address that, but you didn't let me finish. So if you'd let you finish,
agent, so many times. You kept quarreling
They're
about
just putting pressure on him.
Yeah,
not letting the man finish, just to cause fitna. This is what this man is about, man.
Debating and conversing with the likes of Bob, you had information on certain terrorism acts that I didn't have. So I went to a length that you guys were not willing to go to, purely based on the fact that you had information on restrictions of material that you're allowed to possess in order to analyze it that I didn't have. So it was purely based upon the fact that I didn't know.
So based on ignorance of the fact that these laws are saying. I heard you.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the court doesn't accept that as an excuse. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Reactionary. Okay, that's fair enough. But what you
Reactionary. Hang on 1 minute. Reactionary. You told him, right? You've told him. Now it's up to him what he does. Okay?
Yeah, it's up to him what he does, but then we don't need people coming and saying, you guys, and like we're attacking him.
Okay,
no one was attacking him.
Okay, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, there's this Go Live guy in the comments, and he's talking a lot about this, that, the other. Fam, no one cares about you.
Bro, don't pay attention.
Get out of it, you moved to
Go Live when I'm triggered, everyone.
No, because the guy, like, I'm just acting like, as in, like, because the thing is, obviously, like, we don't spy yet, but the thing is, if this guy's gonna do something, like, so brazen or say something, I'm gonna tell.
Tomorrow, we'll screen share and we'll try to change your picture, right? So,
love for the Muslim brothers, no making excuse for the Muslim brothers. That's the problem. Ramadan is here, and the shaitan is coming out with the force just before they get locked up. That's
the Madkalis are known for ratting.
Yeah, they're known for being snitches, man.
Not even doing anything. Have you seen? There's an old video going actually, and this is the guy that Shamsi does be always promoting all the time. A guy who was about to go to Saudi Arabia, and he had like a little pen knife, like not a switch knife, like it was just a little. The things with like you open a can, or the Swiss Army knife, a little small one, like a little small one that you give like a 10-year-old, because all kids they're Even when I was young, I wanted to like a Swiss Army knife, and they had it in the bag.
Yeah.
They got the mad Cali, Bilal Davis, I think is his name. He got the police, opened the locker, and sent in about 50 police. Opened the locker and said, "What's this? Are you going over to do?"
Hold on. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna get on my. I'm gonna be back.
Okay.
They took his visa off him. He was about to go to Saudi Arabia the next day, and they took the visa off him, cancelled him, banned from Saudi Arabia.
That's what they want, you know. This is what their these lot want to do, you know, like make it difficult for another fellow Muslim, just on a little whim. They'll accuse someone of terrorism and this and that, man. What?
It's not. It's about control.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. Thingy, Qasim, what's happening, Akhi? Put your sound up a bit.
Listen, bros.
Yeah.
It comes back to that.
Put your sound up, Qasim.
Guys, hear me now?
Hold on, let me see if I can put it
hold
up. Hold on. You're very.
You guys should be able to hear me. I've got
I
my
can hear
phone
you.
on.
I can
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
Oh,
Alright, hold up.
Hold on, Akhi. 1 second. What's this? Sorry. You go on. Go on, Qasim, man.
That hearts and minds thing, what they said shortly after 9/11, it comes back to that hearts and minds where any sort of attempt for Muslims to stand up for themselves or defend themselves, you know, is seen as standing up against America's right of self-defense or whatever, even though these people are going now and just killing people all over the world willy-nilly and just doing whatever they want, you know, like basically people who say Muslims should not be able to talk about this or talk about that, etc., or defend themselves or talk about what other people are doing to them, you know, are a joke really, and you know should not be should realize that these people have really lost. They've given up to the, you know, the one come to the dunya. Basically, they care more about what the dunya has to say than what they should really care about, which is the
Qasim, I think you need to go a bit closer to the mic, Akhi, because your sound is. I don't know. Can you guys hear him properly or?
I can't.
Yeah, I can hear them. Yeah.
Okay.
What you call it? Celtic Ireland.
Yeah.
Brother, have you heard of do you know one of these kafir? She was asked. Her name is Madeleine Albert. Have you heard of Madeleine Albert?
Albright, Madeleine Albright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
She
yeah.
was asked.
She was the Secretary of State.
Carrots.
Yeah. This is before. Yeah. This is before Afghanistan. This is before Iraq. This is before all these terror attacks. Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
1998.
asked,
Yeah.
1998. About the
She was
first
asked about
4,000
Iraq.
children. Yeah, and she said, "Oh, we made a good choice. You know, it's hard, but we made the right choice by killing 500,000 people." And now look at these madkhalis. If you tell them this, the
she also said if Iraq grew carrots, if Kuwait grew carrots, we wouldn't care.
Yeah. She said, there's 1 million children dead. Do you think it was worth the price? And she goes, yeah, I think it's worth the price. But when she actually said it, the next day she tried to backtrack and think, but you always know it's whatever answer they give you the first time is what they really believe. You see?
They really believe, yeah.
But that old witch is still alive, you know that, and she was up in she goes every. See the way America is ran today. Have you ever heard of just because I know you're probably younger, Henry Kissinger? He used to be the Secretary of State as well. You know, like in America, it's like the foreign minister in America. Well, Madeleine Albright was the Secretary of State under Clinton in the 1990s, and Henry Kissinger was the Secretary of State under Nixon in the 70s. You see, so these people, once you become a Secretary of State in America, it's even though you retire or the administration leaves office or the president leaves office, they still remain very, very powerful and influential people. So the new Secretary of State or the new president, or you know, the new president asks the older president, "What do you think I should do about this country or this, or what are sanctions on this country?" And the new Secretary of State calls in the old Secretary of State and gets information from them. You know, what I should. What do you think? What's happening in Iraq? What did you do under Clinton? What did you do under Bush? and
Council of Foreign Relations is what they join normally.
Yeah, CFR, the Heritage Foundation. All these are ran by Jews. All of them. They're all.
It's Zionists. It's Zionists.
Yeah.
Zionists.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah,
It's Zionists. Because there's
I know. Yeah,
Muslim Zionists.
There is. Yeah, I know.
No. There's Christian Zionists. There's Muslim Zionists.
You need to be careful. Differentiate.
There's
Jews
Christian Zionists
basically supporting Palestine.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jews that don't support that Zionist doomsday fantasy, basically.
But
like Muslim Zionists are the Madkhalis.
Sorry, the Zionists are like Madkhalis, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I would say,
look, I remember back in 2005. You see the way UAE and Saudi Arabia today is like all pro-Israel, but this started way back in 2005.
Yeah.
Again, for those who's a little bit younger than me, in 2005 there was a Hamas. He wasn't like a soldier. He was like he ran their foreign affairs. Do you remember they used Irish passports to assassinate a member of Hamas in Qatar or Dubai? Remember the Israelis? They were using traveling on Irish passports. The assassins, the Mossad, and they killed them. They murdered them in UAE, and the UAE pretended to, quote unquote, catch the killers, but they let them go.
Yeah.
So UAE.
They all basically goes back quite a bit further than that.
Yeah,
it goes back to First World War. It goes back to the First World War.
Qasim, it just sounded very clear for 10 seconds. I think you went close to the mic. And
yeah, your mic is very low.
It's basically it basically comes to the first regime change wars in the Middle East, which were during the First World War and Second World War. It's been on since then, basically. When they decided, when the British and the Americans decided who the rulers were going to be in the Mecca and Medina, in the Hijaz, they decided who the rulers were going to be in Iraq. The French decided who the rulers were going to be in Syria, and the Muslims didn't choose who they were going to be. They picked. Like people say, Saudi is a Muslim country, but Saudi really is actually a capitalist dictatorship. That's what Saudi truly is. It's a capitalist dictatorship. Okay, it's not. It's a Muslim majority country, but its economic system and its political system is more in line with capitalist dictatorship than is anything.
Qasim, didn't you say? Okay, sorry to interrupt you. Didn't you say America's got a base in Taif? Where is it?
Yeah, America has a base.
Expand on that.
In Taif, outside of Medina.
Yeah, exactly. America has a base. Yes, exactly. So there you go. The House of Saud is.
SubhanAllah, that's a hadith.
Yeah, there you go. So the House of Saud have getting the Americans, basically to hold that base. So are the Americans holding that base hostage, or are the House of Saud saying yes, we want you to come here and protect this area? You know what I mean? And even if the Saud
they protect them, innit? Their leadership.
Yeah, exactly. So even if the Saud is saying to them, so it's more likely that the House of Saud is holding Mecca and Medina hostage via the Americans. That's basically it.
Correct.
America has 3 bases. America has 3-4 bases in Saudi, not just one. The Taif one is the one just outside of Mecca and Medina. Mecca, basically.
They have one in the north. Is a drone base that goes and bombs Muslims in like.
Iraq, and they say, all these people say all this stuff. But if you go back in time, all the way back in time, even when the Kafir came to give Yazid aid, and he said, no, I'm not going to take your aid against Ali radiallahu, yeah. You know that, yes? He didn't even take the aid, whatever, at that time. Even me, I don't support what Yazid did, whatever. But still, if we go look at, the Sunni way of it is, you don't take the support of the non-Muslims against other Muslims or anything like this. But if these people, everything they're doing is against what the Sunnah or the Hadith say that Muslims should be doing, or any Muslim rulers should be really doing. You know what I mean? And when people say, and the people say, you can't get rid of a bad evil with another evil, but then being ruled by kufr is probably a worse evil than fighting that kufr, isn't it? Don't you say that?
Yeah, this is what they always. This is the hadith that the Madkhalis always use. They always use it. You see,
Yeah, but what are they looking at evil? They're looking at evil as in, oh, this dunya, oh, I might leave this dunya or whatever, or something might happen to me or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's
Correct,
the evil
yeah.
they're worried about, yeah? They're not worried about the evil that's being meted on people, because in the WhatsApp group, I just posted a Twitter link. There's like, the children in, there's a video of basically on Twitter of this Chinese pedophile going around looking for little Uyghur girls because the parents have been abducted by the Chinese authorities. Yeah, okay, I just shared that video in it's on Twitter. I just put that in the WhatsApp. So if you guys want, or maybe we'll put the link down there later, you can see it. But this is basically what's going on, really, what's going on. And this is because people are saying, one evil with another evil. But which evil is worse, fighting the rulers or letting little children be raped and abused and stuff like that?
Wallahi, brother, wallahi, brothers, if we fight them, yeah, we die, we get shahad. If we live in ignorance, and anyone that dies in jahiliyyah goes to Jahannam anyway. So why, like, what's the point of actually living in a life of jahiliyyah? Why not fight and die shaheed and be honorable on the day of judgment? You know what I mean? I asked one madkhali in Dublin, yeah, I go to him, you support the Saudi ruler? He goes to me, yeah, I do. I go to him, the Saudi rulers have one of the most powerful so-called armies in the Arab world. He goes to me, yes, we do. He goes, this is to defeat the Daesh, Khawarij, and all this. I go to him, why don't you fight China? He goes to me, man, China will beat us. The Prophet said we have to take precautions on fighting kuffar. And then he brought this verse of the Quran, prepare what you can for them. Allah does not say prepare nuclear bombs for them. Allah said prepare what you can. Meaning the Muslims, we cannot prepare big armies and tanks.
No,
we
listen,
can prepare.
Bro, it's very easy, okay? It's very easy. Let's say I'll show you just one example. Let's just take Israel. If the Muslim people had any sort of backbone, the Arab leadership, anything like this, okay, they could put embargo around it and just starve the country. Okay, put a sea and air embargo, and they don't have to even fire one bullet. You've got an embargo around it and say, what are you going to do? Okay?
This is what I have always said. The Arab countries, the Muslim countries, they don't even have to go to war. If could you imagine if 57
shut down all the oil,
if 57 everything. Muslim countries got together, right? Imagine if they got together and they said, we are going to literally we're supplying no oil, and if China doesn't stop doing what China would stop on. Is that?
Yeah, go on. What was you saying?
Basically, no export to any country that is not Muslim. That's it. We're not exporting anything: food, oil, anything,
gold, everything.
Look at here. You know what I noticed about a lot of Pakistanis? The Pakistanis love China because China supplies Pakistan. You know, in a lot of China.
Oh, I wasn't happy to hear Iraq buying oil from Iran. Sorry, not Iraq. Turkey buying oil from Iran. What the hell?
Yeah, but Turkey has no.
I don't care.
Listen,
Iran buying Turkey buying oil from Iran is nothing. That's just started by the Saudis, bro. That stuff is just started by Saudis and these Matkali Wahhabi crazies. Okay, because if you look back in the old days, Sunnis and Shias were not murdering each other, like blowing each other up and killing each other. It was people coming and they're chatting and working the differences out. For a long time, it was like that. It's only in the early days is when there was beef and people bloodshed. Then for a long time it was calm, and then again it's come back to bloodshed. You know
what was I going to say to you? Ali radallahu anhu, when the first Shias, they came to him and said, "Oh, Ali, you're this, you're this." He burnt the first Shias alive. Today, Shias are killing the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah in Iraq.
But they're nothing for us. They're like a little they're like a little tick, really. They're not the ones who are the main antagonists against us, really. You know
in a sense, they actually are. Like, let's be realistic, yeah. Let's be realistic. What happened in Iraq with the Sunnis? That
was done. Basically, that was like what's going on in Syria. Basically, you have to look at the history of Iraq. The British, they put the minority, I'm Sunni, but they put the minority in charge of the majority, where the majority were the minority, the Sunnis, they were brutalizing the Shia really, and then the Shia got a chance like.
Kasim, speak up a bit.
Can't
Yeah.
hear them.
Then the Shia,
That's
they
more
got
clear.
basically they knew that the British knew that we need to if we put the Sunnis in charge here, they will have to brutalize the Shia to keep in power, and they did the same in Iraq, where they put those Alawites, which aren't even Muslims at all. They're not even like Shia. They're like some next sect, that believe in some other things or whatever. That the moon, that stars, you have to pray, and the stars do this and whatever. They believe these next crazy things, not even Muslim. They put the French, they put these guys, which are a tiny minority, in charge of the majority, the Sunnis, because they knew that these minority, to stay in power, would have to brutalize the majority. Okay, and they did the same there. So this just is like pent up. What's it called? Violence exploding, really, which is coming back, because you have to remember, like Saddam Hussein, he used to drive around and kidnap Iraqi girls, Shia girls, and his sons. He used to do all this kind of mad stuff. So
Alhamdulillah, he done a very good thing. May Allah humiliate all the Shias in Iraq. We are coming. We're going to destroy all the Shias.
But look, at the end of the day,
I don't know why. Like, that's another thing.
They're
What
not,
annoys
they're
me.
not, no, they're not the real enemy, man. They're just like
Wallahi,
like
they're
this.
the enemy,
They're
brother.
not the enemy. The main enemy
They
is
slander the Sahaba.
the main enemy is the one that
They slag
occupies.
Aisha, the mother of the Muslims.
Forget them.
How is this?
They're not occupying the Hijaz, are they? Who's occupies the Hijaz? Huh?
Kafirs, I know. Look, we have to fight all Murtaddeen, and then we have to fight the Kuffar.
First issue is you have to clear the Hijaz, okay, out of its occupation. The Iranians and all that stuff, they're like they're nothing really, okay. The main issue is the Hijaz issue.
Look, if you look at when the Russians came into Syria.
Yeah.
The UAE, the Saudis, instead of see the Saudi regime, they like to play that like we're the leaders of the Muslim world, we're the the protectors. Instead of
What's that noise echoing? Bob, your phone is
Bob, stop.
Can you mute, Bob? It's not even clear, Bob. It sounds very bad connection.
I know.
Come on, Celtic.
Bob the Builder.
What was that, brother?
I said it was very sound wasn't clear at all. It was sounding really sketchy. But go on, what was you saying, Celtic?
Yeah, like remember when the Russians they start leveling Syria, Aleppo, all over Damascus, the south there, everything.
Yeah.
The UAE and the Saudis, they were pro-Russian. They were actually congratulating Putin on doing it.
Because they're kafirs, brother. They're all in one camp of kuffar. And
this is the problem. This see, that mentality, like what you were saying about the other guy in Dublin that you were talking to. This is the mentality. The Muslims, they're so strong, but they look at themselves as like being an ant. You see,
correct.
They look at themselves as being like an ant, and this is why.
Yes, they see themselves through the eyes of their abusers, basically.
The Arabs are 350 million. Forget the Muslims alone. 350 million Arabs, and look at small little countries that control 350 million Arabs. France, Britain is not powerful. It's just they have a good economy, and they have very modern weapons. But French, the French, look at World War II. The French are known for surrendering. The French are known for surrendering. They never fight. Yet the French, all these Arab tyrants, none of them, they're not real militaries. That's where the West, look, the West would never hand over the top, most sophisticated air forces, navies, missiles, you name it. All these technological weapons. The Europeans would never hand them over if they knew that they were going to be used against them. They hand them over because they know all these Arab regimes, they're not for defending or fighting against Israel or even defending against another Arab regime. All these they're militias. That's what we should call them. Militias, not armies. they're all for putting down rebellions. That's
Correct.
what they're for, putting down a rebellion. Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt.
Yeah, they're all capitalist dictatorships.
They're all of them, all of these militias, and they're backed by Western or either Russian aircraft and tanks and all. They're all designed to put down the rebellion. That's what they're basically like peacekeeping troops to keep the Muslims under control. They're not for remember when Gaddafi, which I've sort of the Libyans ended up destroying it themselves, but in the end, look, going back to 2011, when Gaddafi was like destroying town after town, and the whole of Egypt was actually calling on the Egyptian regime to go and say, do something. Like their fellow Arabs next door. They're, never mind Muslims, they're like their fellow Arabs next door. Gaddafi's destroying them. And I never forgot I sort of knew, it wasn't a shock, but other Egyptians, the nationalists were going, go on, stop Gaddafi, go in, just cross the border. All you have to do is just cross the border. And the Egyptian military, officially they said, the Egyptian military is for Egypt and Egypt alone.
No, they didn't probably have permission in it. They were probably told what to do by the...
Exactly. This is like...
Because even when they invaded the Suez Canal, the Americans told them, get out.
Like, look at the weapons.
Your mic is bad, Cass. I think because when you come close to it, it sounds good.
It keeps going low and then high.
Yeah, I think you're doing something, but when you come close to the mic, that's when we can hear you. But anyway, go on, Sophie.
Like, it's the mentality. Like, look at the weapons.
How's that?
Now it's very good. You're gonna say that. Say something.
How's that? Yeah, basically, I was saying.
Yeah, sounds much better.
All of these countries, you just have to realize, all of these countries are run by Britain and America and France. Okay, because they occupied them, they created them, and right now it's America. It's America. America is running these countries. Every country that America has a base in, America runs. That's it. There is no ifs or buts about it. Every country that America has a base, it runs. Okay.
Squeaking on that in your mic as well. It's like a squeak, is it?
Correct.
Yeah, it's like a squeaky.
The squeak is, I think, coming from Bob. I think.
Yeah, it's not
Bob the Builder. Bob.
What is that?
But it's okay. It's gonna.
This is what people have to first realize. That every Muslim country is.
Kasim, speak up, man.
People have to realize that every Muslim country is ruled by proxy, and just like that bird next rat there, whoever said, okay, and it has been since the start of World War One. This is what you have to realize. You have to go back and you have to look at your history, but don't look at the history of what they want you to learn about Europe, because they don't want you to learn about what was going on in the Muslim world, what they were doing in the Muslim world, how they were fomenting rebellion, how the British and the French were trying to foment rebellion in the Muslim world, and they were splitting up the Muslim world, and how they were getting other Muslims to fight for them and to fight other Muslims and stuff like that, and then how they put these people in charge. They don't want you to learn that history. Also, they don't want you to learn how the first mufti of Jerusalem was a position that was created by the British. You know that? Did you know that?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised.
That position didn't exist until the British took over the area, and then they created this position. And who they put in power was they put in this Arab supremacist. Yeah, so they put in this Arab. Basically, this guy, he had been in jail. The British had jailed him for a year, Haji Amin something, and then they took him out, and then they made him the Mufti of Jerusalem. And then he went around saying, "Oh yeah," doing all this sort of Arab supremacist uprising, which gave the Zionists more excuses to basically attack the Palestinians and steal the land. Really, seriously, this is the history. This guy was a known Arab supremacist. He was going around and antagonizing people, and the British threw him in jail, and then a year later they released him and made him the Mufti of Jerusalem. Honestly, this is the facts. These are the facts, and Muslims, you got to learn this history, man.
The truth is, the Arabs, the predicament that they're living in today is actually their own doing. Everything, all the problems, like like if you look at the rest of the Muslim world, it's not as bad off. It's the Arab world is the worst off, but they like everything that's done to them today, they done it to themselves.
Yeah, they
They
divided.
rose
They divided.
like if they didn't rise,
They divided up. They divided themselves.
You would probably have, like I really couldn't see. Like the Turkey, like how it would probably be still.
Look at it like this. Imagine the United States, and you just divided up all of those states into different countries.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's basically what the Arabs have done to themselves. Yeah. Okay, and they're happy to do this, and then they're happy to go and murder. The Egyptian is happy to go murder the Moroccan because his football team scored a goal.
Exactly. That's another.
But what's wrong with you, you dumb? You know what's that's
Algeria,
most stuff ever. Yeah, exactly. That's the most.
Algeria and Morocco killing each other over football.
Yeah, all the North African Arabs hate each other, and yet they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
What's that about?
But before we're Arab, we're Muslims. That's the one thing they have to understand.
Yeah. They
before
don't
anything,
think
we
that.
are Muslim.
They don't think that. Many of them.
Yeah, they picked a flag, innit? They're chasing the flag.
They picked their flag and Arabism over Islam. That's the problem. That is the problem in the Arab world today. They picked their flag. The Algerians, look, some of my best friends, two best friends, are Algerians. Two of them are called Abdul Qadir. One of them is an Abdul Qadir, a Berber, who's from the south of Algiers. Another Abdul Qadir is from Oran. It's up like near the Libyan border, and he's an Arab. And one served in the Algerian military during the civil war. The Berber Abdul Qadir, he fled the country because there was the regime was killing Berbers and they were attacking. And that's look at the problems in Iraq with the Kurds. The Arab Baathism caused that problem in North Africa.
Yeah, Baathism was started by a Christian, a Jew,
yeah,
and
Christian,
an Arab.
Michel Flick.
Yeah, it was started. Yeah,
a Lebanese Christian.
Yeah,
and like the Berbers. Many not many people know this. The Berbers, there's some Berbers. It's not like the Kurds, but they want some sort of autonomy, and it goes from autonomy to independence because they're treated badly. Like there's this. You can see it. Look, it's in the mosques here in Europe. And like, there's this. They don't. They're like an Arab mentality. They don't want to, even if they're not fit for the role or they're not qualified. They will not step down. Look what they do to. They'd rather they gas the people, barrel bombs, mass murder, lock up 1 million people. They'd rather destroy and run the country into the ground than give up power.
Honestly, it's how they act. It's how they act. It's like you how can you even believe they believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Like how they act. How can someone act like that?
Cass, can you hear me?
Human being and believe in Allah.
Kasim.
Yeah.
I'm just going to quickly share the screen. Yeah, I just want everyone to watch this. This is it's kind of on topic as well. But let's watch this quickly. It's not long. Listen to this.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Has now been preserved in the Library of Congress. The Arabic language autobiography spent decades in private collections before the library acquired it in 2017. Now it has been digitized for the world to read. And Amna Navaz reports a remarkable journey for our ongoing arts and culture series, Canvas.
I'm worried the live stream might get cut off.
No.
I'm sharing this thing, but let's see anyway. If it does, I'll come back online again.
It won't. The sound is very bad, Syed. Can you make it?
But now?
Yeah, it's good.
Culture completely goes against, abolishes,
let me rewind it a little bit.
The narrative army who killed men.
Only one of its kind.
That's good.
Autobiography in his native.
Before I came to the Christian
America as a slave in the Mecca, Omar ibn Syed was 37 years old when he was kidnapped and taken to America as a slave in the 1800s.
Before I came to the Christian country, my religion was the religion of Muhammad.
His autobiography in his native language of Arabic is believed to be the only one of its kind, the original words of a Muslim American slave.
To our place a large army who killed many men and took me and brought me to the Great Sea. His literacy and culture.
Do you know what the sly thing is?
Goes against
Yeah. Hold on.
Pause it.
And so
Hold on.
his masters could not really read it at all. They could not really influence its writing.
I don't want to do full thing because I don't want to copyright thing.
Just pause it. But listen, on this video, yeah, the guy he became a Christian later. They forced him to become a Christian.
Yeah.
And but he never really became Christian.
Yeah,
He
wait,
used to do a lot of the Islamic stuff.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let me show you. They're so sly on this channel. Obviously, it's a Christian.
Brother, anyone forced to become a Christian?
Yeah, but hold on. But listen. You know what? Around a quarter of the people who were taken to America were Muslim. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And some of them were probably the descendants of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because his descendants, they went to West Africa with Mansa Musa after Mansa Musa did his Hajj. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hold on. The original stuff. Look, because they're saying, oh, he became a Christian. More like they forced him. And where is it? Hold on. Look, I shared the hold on.
Basically, if you're a black American, there's a 1 in 4 chance one of your great grandparent ancestors was Muslim.
Yeah, look, here it is. It says, here it is. Look, Omar, it clearly says right at the bottom. Look at this. Yeah. Where it is? Hold on. Equally appropriate conception. Given Omar's circumstances, enslavement among the Christians, and the possibilities of lobbying for his freedom that only came with confessing Christianity, his conversion can be argued to have been made under duress. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that channel, that link I shared,
Yeah, they did that to a lot of people.
Yeah. So
that's what. If you ever watch Roots, you'll see that they were Muslim in Roots. You'll see they were Muslim, and when they brought him over, they whipped him and they said, your name's Toby, which has been like memed now. But if you watch Roots, you'll see it. It's in that as well. That if you watch it properly, you'll see that the people they brought over, they were all Muslim and stuff like that. And if you look at if you look at like Black American culture, I'm quite interested in it, whatever. So you'll see you'll hear some people, they'll be like, oh, my great granny used to eat like pork and stuff like that. That's because they used to be Muslim, and it's part of the Muslim thing for them not to eat pork.
True, but not just this. If you look at these kafirs in America, may Allah destroy them, they talk about slavery and say, oh, we abolish slavery and this and that. When it comes to Islam and slavery, as Muslims, we all believe in slavery. If you know this, no Muslim can deny slavery.
Yeah, but you have to wait. But you have to realize that in Islam, the slavery is indentured servitude. It's not slavery as capitalist slavery, which is an American slavery.
Correct. This is
in Islam. It's basically you went to war with a group of people, and now you've got these people from war, and what you're going to do with them? You're not going to execute them, so you're going to take them as your slaves. That's what I'm talking. Not slaves, it's indentured servants, where they can get free if they teach people to read, if they teach people to do this, or if they can work, whatever. But it's not like going and grabbing people and saying work and build this country. It's after war, only after war, nothing else.
Yeah, what was you saying? Go on.
I understand, but a lot of these madkhalis, if you ask them about this, they're so ashamed of this, they even reject this to be a part of Islam.
Say that again, Akhi. I couldn't hear you.
I said these madkhalis, if you tell them that Islam has this type of slavery, in prisons of war is slaveries, they will say no, we don't. They reject this in Islam.
Yeah.
These madkhalis. Shamsi, one kafir came to him and said, do you reject slavery? Like, yes, I reject slavery. I don't believe in it and all this nonsense. Because as Muslims, we have to explain what our stance is on every matters of faith and every matters of our religion. You know what I mean? Because if a kafir asks, "Oh, I heard Muslims believe in slavery," you have to explain to them in which terms we mean, that they don't go around saying, "Oh, look at these people." You know what I mean? Because Shamsi, yeah, when he heard, "Oh, this kafir came to him, do you believe in slavery?" He straight away denied it because he's afraid. He's a coward. He doesn't explain the
Okay,
term. What?
let's not mention names. I know hold on. There's once look at this thing I shared. Yeah, read this.
Yeah.
Can someone read it out? This is quite interesting. What do you think? Can you read it? Al Imam Al Shirazi once said, once I stayed up the night with my father while everyone around us remained asleep. I said to him, not a single person got up to even pray 2 rak'ah. He responded, it would have been better to sleep, my son, than to speak negatively of others.
Who said this?
Omar ibn Abd Aziz once said, we lived in a time when we considered righteousness not in fasting or prayer, but in withholding oneself from speaking poorly of others. For a person who spends his nights praying and days fasting will have his deeds go bankrupt on the day of resurrection if he doesn't protect his tongue. Now, tips for Ramadan. Now, basically, people will think, oh, so we shouldn't pray and we should just control our tongue. That does not mean that. So I just want to clear that out straight away now. Salah is fard, so this is not what that means. If you are if you're with it, you'd understand what that means, the wisdom behind this.
Yo, Bird's Nest, that was his dad who sent the ships.
Bird's Nest Rat's Fest is a good brother. So what was that?
No, I was just saying to him, it was his Mansa Musa was his dad who sent the ships. Mansa Musa's dad. And listen, I want to tell you guys straight. Look, anyone who says anything to you, look, Muslims went to Australia before any of these Christians did. We didn't go and colonize the place and murder everybody, because Muslims were in Indonesia and they were in Malaysia, and that's just and the Indonesians were trading with the Aborigines from even before the British arrived there, the 1700s, and the Muslims were there a long time before the British were there. So the Muslims had been to Australia and all New Zealand and all these places, and they had never been anywhere and started exterminating people and saying, oh, this land is now ours, or we discovered this, or whatever, like the Christians and the British were doing. So, and when anyone says to you, Islam this, Islam that, you got all these historical facts of where Muslims have been all over the place and they didn't go and take over and start ransacking, like we're accused of doing, because they just project stuff on you. Really, a lot of this stuff is just projected. And let's just take a look at Palestine, yeah? Okay? Palestine is basically Muslims suffering from Christian terrorism for the last 70 years. Because you have to remember that Palestine was built, okay? So they could have a Jewish state where Jesus can come back. This is the reason why they want it. Remember, there's only two reasons to support the creation of Israel. One is biblical, and one is racism. So one is because you're a Christian doomsday terrorist, yes, so you support Israel, and the other is you're a racist supporter of apartheid. Yeah, these are the only two reasons. One is biblical, and one is racism. You know what I mean? There's no other reason. And so basically, anyone who says anything to you, Palestinians, have been suffering from Christian terrorism. Yeah, they've been suffering from Christian terrorism for over 70 years. Palestinians have been suffering from this terrorism for over 70 years. Christian Zionist terrorism.
I'm reading the bit in Arabic where it says Palestine. Is it Hara or Harra or yeah? HH. Someone wrote in Arabic. I'm sure that says Palestine. Harra. What does that mean? Harra.
Remember, guys, these guys are the ones who control the White House and Number 10. Okay, these are the ones who want to bring about doomsday. Yeah, they want to bring about doomsday, isn't it? The evangelicals. Yeah, they want to bring about doomsday.
They do. Yeah, they want to bring this back around.
That's what people no one ever talks about. You know, they say, oh, Muslims want to are deaf, they want to do this and do that, but it's really them. That's why they created Israel, so they could bring about doomsday. What the hell is that about?
Yeah.
We can tell them that we do want the Khilafah and we will end America. We can tell them this. This will happen. Al-Mahdi is coming, victory is coming, and we will defeat anyone that stands in our way, inshallah.
Inshallah. You know,
Even Hayat al-Hisham if they stand in our way.
do you think that
Go ahead.
we will see? Do you think we will see that time? Imam Mahdi.
No one knows that time.
No one knows.
This time
We're
is soon. Extremely
from the
soon.
signs, you can say, who knows, man. Maybe when World War II was happening, people thought,
I'm not giving you a date, but
this is the time. This is the time. But now, I
hadith, you could
probably
probably
is
say soon.
because we're very close because you've got these hijabi models. What's that about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like halal pork. How can you have halal pork? You can't have that. You know. So what's a hijabi model? You know, it's just like they. Hold on, pause that. Just like, you know, they sexualize the nun. They're trying to now sexualize the hijab as well, and using these girls thinking, oh, we're liberated, we're showing a positive face of the ummah and this and that, but it's really sexualization.
Correct. Yeah.
Did you see that hijabi sister on that modeling thing? What's that magazine called? You know, this new feminism thing, bro. I mean, just like it's crazy. You know,
Bob, why aren't you talking, Bob?
Yeah, you know, feminism, yeah, was started for racism anyway, because of black people going to be free and white women couldn't vote, so they started feminism, and that's what feminism has always been. It's been about promoting a racist agenda where brown and black women are subservient to the white woman, and it goes basically white woman. It goes basically white man, white woman. That's what their racist agenda really is. You know what I mean? Because it's not even about religion now. It's not even any more about that. If you look at evangelicals, there was really Twitter. There was this thing that went viral where this Christian person was basically mocking evangelicals, how they've broken up with Jesus. I don't know if you saw it. Did you guys see it?
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So basically, you know, it's not even about that. It's basically now like even the Zionists, okay, even they are like sponsoring white supremacy. You know what I mean? Because they want to bring about. You know, they're even sponsoring white supremacy now because they want to bring about whatever. So they've even left their religion. A lot of real Jews, and you know, it's a lot of real Jews that actually get attacked. You know, like the Jewish person who's visibly Jewish.
Yeah.
You know, they get attacked, even though a lot of them don't really support Israel. You know, just like how the Muslims, hijabi sisters get attacked. Yeah. And the ones who don't, because if they did, they would be living there, but they're not there. You know what I mean? Okay, so these people are basically just like the tools that are used by the Israelis. They like stir up a lot of stuff, and then innocent Jewish people get attacked here. You know what I mean? And they say, "Oh, come back to Israel, come back to Israel." It's like a lot of Jewish people are suffering from Stockholm syndrome because they're held captive.
No kafir is innocent.
Hold on,
No kafir is
hold on, bro. Calm down, yeah. It's like the Jews in Israel have got Stockholm syndrome, where they're held hostage by the Zionist Christians who want to use them to bring about doomsday apocalypse. You know what I mean? Can you understand that?
Yeah, the Christians use them. They don't. The funny thing about it is, like, the Christians, they don't like Jews. Like, from my background, like a Catholic, Ireland is completely Catholic. Actually, the Catholics, not only just the Catholics, especially the Catholics, but the other Christians as well, they despise Jews. Like, if the Jews know it as well. The Jews actually know that the Christians hate Jews much more than Muslims.
But have you seen, like, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that even though they hate each other, but when it comes to Muslims, they will band together.
Yeah.
You know? They will band together, and then, you know.
Yeah, I know that. But
it's crazy, man. Because look, you know, when you see people like Tommy Robinson and co, that you see some like Jew, you know, that Avi Yemeni guy, following him around and promoting him and all that. But if this guy is such a fool, that doesn't understand that
I'll
These
tell
lot
you
want
what.
to ban. These lot want to ban like halal. This, like
I
they
know.
have kosher. So
Exactly. Yeah.
do you understand? It's
No, I'll explain you why Jews actually do what they do. I'll explain.
It's
to you.
it's a
we can't
Zionist.
put them in the same basket.
Zionist
No,
Like
I
I said,
know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, all no.
Yeah, but you have to also remember there's also there's a bunch of Jews and Christians who hold true to the
I know
correct
that,
way.
but
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
talking about but I'm talking about Jews. All Jews now. What I'm going about to say next, right?
Mm.
You see, when the Muslims were on top, for 1,000 years. 1,000 years, right? And the Jews, all the Jews together, they rose to the top with the Muslims. And around, I'd say around
yeah,
250 years ago, the Muslims start collapsing. They got weaker and weaker. So the Jews, because they've been killed,
empire
slaughtered,
fatigue basically.
everything, right?
Alhamdulillah,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
They got weaker. So the Jews, seeing that the Muslims were getting weaker, so they moved out of Muslim areas, and they see. Yeah, you have to understand. A lot of Jews that say that they're for the Christians, or they're for the West. The Jews go with whoever is strongest, because they're a tiny minority. You see, that's why a lot of Israel now, not so much Jews, but Israel, they see that America is slowly getting weaker and dying. So they're starting to go to China now. A lot Israel, and they're not putting all their eggs in one basket. In case anything happens in America, they'll jump ship with China, because Israel as a state only survives by like a sponsor. It needs a large military and economic sponsor to keep it going, because on its own it would just collapse. So the Jews, as overall as a people, they like see that guy you were talking about, Syed, the Avi Yemeni, yeah.
Yeah.
Like what I see in him, because when like lost all the one thing I love is history. Like when you watch a lot of history programs, like a lot about the Jews, you see like they don't want to be, a lot of Jews, like they don't want to be. They know the Christians. They know the history of the Christians, right? We know that, and they see what Europeans are like. So if two large powers are fighting among each other, right? The West and the Muslims, they they're sort of like, you see the way the Saudis or the Israelis are with the Saudis now, UAE, and they're trying to set up. Like they're trying to set up a sort of a working relationship. The way the Jews work, that this is the thing that's smart about them. Like they're intelligent.
Do you know why, Akhi? Do you know why? Because what they do is they stick together. For example, if they need an electrician, they'll call a Jewish electrician. If they look how they have it in their doctrine thing,
Exactly.
that no Jew can charge another Jew any interest. Yeah. Now, if you need a doctor, they'll call a Jewish doctor. They've got their own hospitals, they got their own police force,
They've
they
got
got
their
their
own
own.
police, ambulances. See, in America, they have their own police, ambulances, doctors, have their own clinics.
But look at us Muslims. That's why
Always
what they do, bro,
always attacking
what
each
they do with us, Akhi, what they do with us, yeah. Because look, man, those who obviously Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is the best of planners. We know that, yeah. If it wasn't for Allah, and the taqwa of Allah, that's why I know we don't have to worry about Islam, yeah, because Islam's been under war for like from day one. Now, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is obviously looking after Islam. Any other religion or anything was under attack the way Islam has, it would have been finished, wiped off the map. So we don't have to worry about that. Now Allah said we are like the ummah is like a one body, yeah. So when we sin and stuff, our sins have consequences. Okay, so like for example, if we sin, it will affect the ummah in so many ways. We're too ignorant to even realize, but Those who know, they will understand. So the ummah is under attack because of us sinning and this and that. So all this has a consequence, when we do all of that. And now Islam, I was going to make a good point, Akhi. Wallah, it's gone from my
I
mind.
forgot how you ordered that.
I've completely forgot. It's just gone from my mind. But what I was going to say, yeah, that's it. What I was going to say is the kuffar, those who, the sly ones, and who wants to, I'm not, when I say kuffar, yeah, I mean like those evil ones. I don't mean kuffar like the general
The
people.
average Joe.
You get it? Yeah. So the kuffar, what they do is they get us Muslims to fight amongst ourselves, and they use divided tactic, nationalism, and stuff like that for us to fight and keep us busy fighting each other, because they know that if the ummah unites, our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's message, is the dangerous one. Is nationalism is haram. Nationalism is rubbish. And if the ummah, just follows Islam the correct way, what will happen? What will happen? Like, Islam will eventually. Do you understand?
Yeah, this is
And one last thing, they worry that, what it is, they say, they're creating so many babies and this and that, the other. But Allah is the best of planners. You can't control your hearts and minds. Allah will change those hearts. Those people who staunch enemies of Islam, Allah changed their hearts, and what, they become Muslim. So
Do you
it's
know
a
what
never losing battle for them.
Do you know what it is? It's not that you see, what's his name? Bob, the Christian Bob, right?
Bob the
like Bob. What's the guy? You know who I'm on about? The Bob.
No, which Bob you on about?
From the park, Bob from the park.
Builder, that's there.
Yeah, Bob the Builder. Yeah.
13, yeah.
You see, it's not that, the way they point it, they're jealous of Muslims. If you listen to him and listen to what he says, a lot of the things he says, him and the others, they're actually jealous of Muslims. It's not that they're against the Muslims. Because sometimes I'll be listening to, Bob the Builder, he wishes the Christians were like the Muslims. He actually wishes, like he would love the Christians to be like the Muslims, and he even admitted it a few times. But going back to the Jews and the other Australian guy, the Yemen, or what's his name?
Avi Yemeni.
Avi Yemeni. He's actually from Yemen. Yeah, he's actually from Yemen.
Yeah, because
He's a Yemeni Jew. He's a Yemeni Jew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
his blood is halal for anybody to kill him.
Take it now. It used to be, because obviously he has killed a lot of Muslims. But what I was gonna say was that guy. What's his name? The Bob the Builder. They're so what can I say? We have so many conversions at the park. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so desperate. What did they do?
Bring the fake.
They went and got fake people to say, we're ex-Muslims. But when they know for a fact, if they bring these ex-Muslims in front of us, look, I'm not saying there are.
Yeah, there is.
There are those. Yeah.
If he had,
but no, hold on, Akhi. If they're if they know 9 times out of 10 they're all fake, and there's obviously 1 or 2 are real. But if the reason they don't bring these people in front of us is because they know, if we ask them few questions, they'll fail miserably. So they say, if we bring them out, you're gonna kill them, astaghfirullah, and all that sort
Inshallah, we will. Inshallah, we will. All
will you stop? Will you?
That's your opinion, is like your own.
Not my opinion. Not my opinion. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq fought the Murtaddeen for not paying
but obviously there's some context to that.
Islam as a whole, their blood is halal. Any ex-Muslim that you catch, you can slit his throat. And wallahi, may Allah give you Jannah for this.
Okay, that's your opinion, Akhi. Like I said,
it's your opinion.
There's obviously.
I have to freedom of speech.
Yes, that's your freedom of speech. That's
That's your
true.
freedom of
You have your freedom of speech. Obviously, we all don't have to agree with exactly what you say, but what I was gonna say was well, the brother made me lose my trail of thought. Yeah, that's it. These guys, when they bring these fake ex-Muslims, they can't prove. They can't prove it. You get it? So they try so many tactics, man. It's crazy.
If they really had tens, this is what Bob was listening to the other day, last week. If they really had tens, tens and tens, this is what you're saying. We have loads of them. Just do you think they wouldn't bring them down to the park if they had them?
Forget obviously bringing them down,
actually,
bro. They don't come. They don't come and preach their message. They come here just to
This is what I've always
refute Islam in a miserable way that they do.
Bro, what they do is they just come to lie. That's it, man. That's what
That's
they
it. They come and lie about Islam, and they never preach about their deen.
What really annoys me, Syed, right?
Mm.
The same thing every week. Look, how you destroy Christianity and especially Catholicism, right? My own people's religion, right?
Who's in charge, man?
The Irish. You just ask them about the Trinity. That is, the Trinity is like the on and off switch. It's like the kryptonite of Christianity. Ask them about the Trinity. They don't want to talk about the Trinity. But yeah, the Trinity is the most important thing to be a Christian. You can't be a Christian. If you don't believe in the Trinity, you cannot be a Christian. Yeah, the most important thing that makes you a Christian, they don't want to talk about it. So what does think about it like that? Imagine a Muslim. Let's talk. Yeah, actually Tawheed, but I don't want to talk about Tawheed. I don't want to talk about the oneness of God. If you ask Muslims, they do be tripping over each other to tell a non-Muslim about the oneness of God. But if you ask the Christians, they just do not want to talk because it doesn't make any sense. This is what the Dawah speakers in Speaker's Corner should be doing. They should be just saying, "Are you a Christian? Yeah. Well, tell us about your religion then. Tell us about your religion." What? But they fall for the same tactics. I do notice this though. They actually go more for people that is just visiting the park. Like Muslims who are just.
Yeah, they should just stay away from those
like
DCI guys and stuff like that.
When they see anyone with a bit of knowledge, they go crazy because they know they're going to be caught out. But still, I still do see a lot of speakers. Like how many? It's just the same thing. They're paid to come to the park to stop. Like they're told they have this thing called like a week or a 6-week seminar, and they're paid like a weekly wage. And it's not much money. It's maybe £250 a week, but it's a very low wage. But it was £250 in euro. It's about maybe €300. €300 a week. They're paid. They're actually paid. They're paid to go there every week. Maybe 10 or 15 of them. And their job is to, at all costs, stop whenever you see Muslims talking to non-Muslims, and they're talking about Islam. Stop them at all costs, and that is what they do. They successfully do that every week. It's the same thing every week, and yet the same speakers. They just, I don't like. They don't. They're not wired to it. They keep doing the same. Like it's the same. They read out the same script. It's the same script each week.
Yeah. They should just ignore them. They should just ignore the DCCI guys.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Ignore them because look,
you should completely.
You see the other day, yeah, bro.
Adnan is top done now. Adnan,
yeah, was it Hatun or someone else goes, oh, in Sri Lanka we had more numbers who died than compared to New Zealand. I'm thinking, subhanallah, yeah.
Who cares? People died, man.
The numbers.
It's a competition.
I know they're going for numbers. Stuff like innocent life is innocent life.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter 1 life or 10 life or 20 lives. Yeah,
it's a competition.
It's haram. So these lot, man, they don't care at all, man, and they can get away with saying all sorts, yeah. And when a Muslim says anything, say out of anger, this, that, the other, subhanallah, you'll see that their doors getting kicked in and this, that, the other. So,
well, it's not really. It's not. It's who's saying it, because I know that from what I've seen, if I say something and you say something, it was looked at differently if I say it.
yeah, half a
Because
million
true,
died in Iraq. You know?
I know. I see the way certain of these same anti-Islam groups are
I think
disputants.
brother John. I think brother John has gone. I don't think we're too hot enough for him.
Yeah, it is.
Subhanallah, man. I'm
Well,
angry.
Uh,
do you know that brother? This is the first time I've
don't know him at all.
Okay. I've never seen the brother who was joined.
Syed, is what I want. The other, I can't think of his name now. Look, the chat is live, as we were saying. You know.
Yeah. No, it's just that I'm thinking. I've some. Akhi, wallahi, akhi, listen to this, yeah, brother Celtic, yeah. I have like this.
You have to watch yours because there a while ago, some guy. I don't know if I can watch his. It's just gone out of my head now, but it was on GoogleHangouts channel there a while ago, and some guy came in. He was only on for like maybe 20 minutes at the most. He started asking, "What do you think about this? What do you think about that?" And he seemed there was something just not right about him. But anyway, these channel it's live, like that. Just what you were saying about the others.
No, what it is, yeah. What I was saying was there are people, wallahi.
See, I'm in Ireland. You're in UK.
Yeah, but listen to this. No, listen to this. There. Now, for example, if there's a person, say, like, okay, say in Japan or Australia, I don't even know who they are, what they are really. They just know me, or I know them online here and there.
Yeah.
These people, you will find out they're so jealous of you. Yeah, they just want misery in your life. Yeah. So what they'll do anything to just bring you any sort of misery. And it's just like they're so sad. Yeah, wallahi, they're so sad. Yeah, it's just they just want misery and someone they hate someone they don't even really know. Yeah, they hate someone that shares a different opinion to them, and they have different other opinions and this, that, or they probably. Do you understand what is all this about, bro, man? Just because we have different opinions, we hate on each other so much and just attack on each other for no reason. And then if someone joins panels or this, that, you went on his panel, you're this, you're that. How sad is all this? Why are you wasting your time?
Look, I just going back on what we were talking about.
Obsessed, akhi, wallahi, akhi. You know, there's people you're obsessed with my name. Obsessed.
There's a famous saying. We're just talking about Jews. There's a famous Jewish saying. It's well known. Even Muslims and non-Muslims know it. If you have two Jews in a room, you get three different opinions. You ever hear that saying?
No.
It's like it means that even though the Jews are only small, they're always like they have a wide opinion. You know, they don't all think the same. But
like the Muslims, that's why we never should generalize. You know,
they're even worse, 1,000 times worse. But look, the Jews don't all think the same. They do.
You know what the problem is? Majority of the people confuse Zionists and Jews.
I'm talking I'm talking about like even the liberals, the right wing, the ones who don't like Israel, the ones who like Israel. When it comes to certain issues, though, they do. When it comes to like something that's really important, and the Jews fight like Muslims, Christians were the same. But when it comes to certain issues in America, they don't. They vote in one block.
Yeah.
One thing they vote for.
Allah has warned us against that.
And
you know?
They don't fight. They fight with each other. They argue the same like anyone else, but they don't go to the length what Muslims do.
Akhi, listen to this.
This is the problem with Muslims.
I know, but listen to this. Yeah, I've seen these online people. Yeah, subhanallah. The other day, people got files, akhi, of these Hangouts, files saved. Yeah, it's like they're doing some sort of security job, and they plan like let's plant a mole in this group. Look, they don't think about their real lives. I say to them, I say to Allah, oh Allah, keep them busy in this online world, and guide them.
That's a joke, man.
Yeah, Qasim, listen to this, Akhi, yeah. I say keep them busy in on this online stuff, while real people are getting on their real lives, making money, saving money, looking after their family, and these people online plotting and planning, got files, Akhi, files. Yeah, what they do is they plant a mole in your group. Yeah, look at how planning they are. They're literally like the bankers and all the plan wars and stuff. Yeah, they're planning like this. They plan a mole in the group.
It's
For
like Game
example,
of Thrones, bro.
it's like imagine, I put a mole in this group and this chat. I'll come on his channel. I'll say this dodgy stuff, and let me see if we can get him to agree with us. Then we can get him banned, get him blocked, or get him lose his channel. This is how these people think. Now I say to myself, now obviously, if you really fear Allah, I fear Allah. So if I ignore it and I just carry on, I'm too busy with my life anyway. Now what happens is, these people will trip themselves up, and what do you call it? They'll just expose themselves. It all comes out at the end.
Look,
So it's wallahi, I was shocked to see files online. They got. Did you see that, Qasim and Celtic? Did you see that?
No.
What's that?
Bro, they got files made up on Dropbox or something.
Yeah.
And there's got a file on me and a few other brothers.
Yeah.
All these Hangouts discussions. I'm thinking to myself, subhanallah, you guys
They just
got so much time in their hands.
Look, I'd say it to this and everyone who's listening. Now you know how 10,000 British colonial soldiers were able to rule over 450 million Indians.
Yeah.
Here's your answer.
Yeah.
That's how 10,000 little Englanders, that's what they call them. You heard it, you know the same more than me. The little Englanders. 10,000 little Englander British colonial soldiers were able to rule 450 million Indians when it was Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal.
Okay, it's crazy, It's crazy. They think I'm silly, even
They
if
did the same thing. They did the same thing what they did in India.
if you
to
plant
the
a
Arabs.
mole or in the group so they can chat shit and rubbish like, oh man.
This is like, see,
it's basically balkanization. You know what
this is what annoys me, because I understand, like I'm a European, right? Obviously, but people, I see in the park, they're always going.
Even if you can see it, how come they can't see it? Basically, innit? How stupid are they when it happened to them? Basically,
they're always going on, and for years ago, like I used to always I would ignore it, I wouldn't say it, but now, like you have the gang, gang, and then you have even other Muslims. Muslims do it as well. They're always blaming, the white man this, the white man that, the white man's powerful, the white man has all the weapons. No. Yeah, exactly. Do you know how the Europeans are only small in number. They're not the reason why
they're 10 steps ahead. Why are they 10, 15, 20 steps ahead?
Basically, if you feel like you need permission, it's a psychological brainwashing. Okay, where you feel like you need a white person's permission to do anything.
That's one thing, but the main problem, I see the Muslims, and especially the Somalis suffer, the Arabs, they all even the Persians, they have this. I see it. I can see it when I look at the videos. They have this an inferiority complex.
Yeah, exactly. It's
right?
like
It's
this
an inferiority complex, and they look as the white man. The white man, the European, he's so powerful. He's better than us. He makes.
Bro, it's like this. Hold on. It's exactly what you're saying. It's like what you're saying. But what it is like they don't trust Muslims. Don't trust the other Muslims. Like if a Pakistani Muslim say to an Arab Muslim, "It's raining," the Arab and a white Christian said to him, "It's raining." He it's not raining. He wouldn't go out with an umbrella and he'd get wet because the Pakistani Muslim was telling him it was raining. You know what I mean? And he'd say, "Oh no, it's all right. It's not raining." You know what I mean? That's and it's the same way with Pakistanis as well. Like if an Arab guy says something, they'll be like, "Oh, he's an Arab. He doesn't know what he's talking about." Pakistanis, they look down on Arabs. Really. They think they're uneducated. They think they're uneducated. They don't have no class and stuff like this, whatever. And Arabs think, oh, we're the most precious people on earth because Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was an Arab. You know what I mean?
Even though they're probably
you know what I mean? See, it's basically what it is. You know, that's
what I notice about the Muslims is, even if a Muslim, wherever he's from, if he's qualified, you know, say if he went to the best Western universities and, you know, all these things, they won't, even if he has much better qualifications than a European, and one's a Muslim, say one's a Pakistani or one's an
programming,
Asian,
bro. It's inbuilt in that programming.
They won't look at him. Even though he has better qualifications, they'll look at him and say, maybe he stole them, maybe he cheated, maybe he, you know, they'll take the lower educated European over the higher qualified Muslim.
But even, you know, it's like it's a color complex basically. You know what I mean? They've got, you know, they're like, it's part of the colonial mindset.
Walaikum Assalam, Sheikh One. Yeah, go on, sorry.
Guys. It's the older generation. The older generation have it a lot more than the younger generation, and some people have it still, which is a throwback from the older generation when they came here and they were like, oh yes, Mr. Bob, yes, Mr. Steve, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to do a job. We have to do this and that. But now the second generation's here. You know, we shouldn't have to worry about this sort of stuff. But then again, you know, then you've got the rise of like the far right, and it's happening just like it happened in Germany, because Germany was a very liberal country before the Nazis took over. People have to realize this. It was they didn't wake up the next morning and everyone was like, Hail Hitler. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's one thing you're forgetting.
The most liberal country, one of the most liberal countries in Europe at that time.
It was very liberal, but there's one thing you're forgetting. Germany, not now, but after war, like in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, Germany was a colonial empire. Right? It was like something like Britain, and they had the Kaiser. No, they had Kaiser Wilhelm.
But we're coming around for another probably massive global economic crash, and
God, I hope it doesn't.
because
things are bad enough now, and the economies are good. The economies are actually the Irish economy is boom.
Yazid, are you there? Yazid, join the panel, man. You can brighten it, make it fun. You're gone. What I'm saying, sorry, it's just like
all the indicators are that
the hate is crazy.
Crash in the next few years, basically.
Yeah.
And the scapegoat is going to be Muslims, probably saying, "Oh, it's the Muslims' fault."
What was I saying? Well, what is the obsession, akhi? Like with me, and I don't get it. Wallahi, it's crazy, and get this channel chat down and this and that, or attack this person, that person. Subhanallah, you know. Let me tell you something, akhi.
Yeah.
These lot, can't stop mentioning my name, and you know what? They watch from minute 1 to minute end of everything that all the live streams. Yeah, mine. Those who are obsessed with me can't. They'll watch every single minute of this. Just waiting. Did he mention my name? Did he mention my name? Oh my! That's wallahi. I think these guys like got no care in the world. It's like no family, no life. What is it? How come they're so free?
I'll give you what just my view of what I think.
You
know, when when I see I get a notification, or like sometimes 2 or 3 days will go by, sometimes a week, and then I'll maybe get on like here. But there is groups on these chats that are like they're spending 10 hours a day. Like some of them are spending 8 to 10 hours a day. They must have no life whatsoever. Like that's just my view, because just the few times that I get on, it's the same. Like the message thing that you get up, like what's the name of this thing that we're on again?
Say that again.
What's the name of this hangout, or what do you call it?
Well, Hangouts.
No, this thing that we're on.
Live stream,
Google
live
Hangouts,
stream, mate.
yeah, live stream, whatever. You know when it comes up, it's
Yeah.
just like messages. It just pops up, or I just like knock it off. But when I look up and I check going back like say maybe 2 or 3 days, it's the same people. Like meaning they're on it non-stop, and it's like from the other rooms, you know, like the other channels. So this is that's what I'm giving my answer to Syed. Like they're on. They must have not like they've no other other thing to do. They must like they're on it non-stop. You know, they must have nothing better to do.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Enemies. And they use your opinion.
When is that EF Dawa thing? Or is someone I got like a stream or something? Did you see that scene?
Which one?
There's some Hamza is doing, or Jordan, or maybe there's some EF Dawa hangout, I think. No.
Yeah, I've seen one or two of the brothers. Yeah. But if it was on EF Dawa, I haven't seen their latest video. No.
No, they were, because I seen it was like, you know, like a picture comes up or something like it's like a picture, you know, and it has like a reminder.
Yeah, hold on. 1 sec. Let me just check one second. It's to close.
John Boy, where do you in North Ireland?
Dublin, near South Circle. Where are you in Ireland?
You know, what else should I do? Okay, I'll give you a hint. You will know where. You know, I'll tell you. I don't want to give it out the team, but you'll know yourself. Do you know basketball arena?
Yeah.
There.
Oh,
Shopping centre.
Yeah.
Square type shopping centre.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's actually a pyramid, so
Yeah. Yeah, that's what when that was built in 1991, everyone's going, what did they call it? The square.
Was, yeah.
When it's a pyramid. It's actually in bits now, that shopping centre.
It is, isn't
real
it?
old. It really needs to be done up. Like it really needs to be done up now.
Even the whole area, man, is just so like.
Well,
I'll never go down there.
I don't live up the top though. I live close to the top of that area.
My family lives up in Rathfarnham, but I would never go up to Tal or anything like that. You know?
But Rathfarnham is
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's good parts and bad parts.
Yeah.
Like there's some rough parts in Rathfarnham. It's not all quiet. Yeah, it's not all quiet. Like I live up the you know, to name a place where I can tell you, like, I'm trying to think of places.
Walaikum Assalam, Yazid. Why didn't you join the panel, man? Join the panel, bro. Just doing a. So, guys, people in the live chat, I got this new mic. And obviously, people in the Hangouts, I'm not asking you guys, the panelists, because I know the sound. You guys can hear me clear. I know, yeah. In the panel, clear cut.
Yeah.
But can I ask, Syed Energy Provider? Can I ask the people in the YouTube live chat, how is my sound coming out? Beer tired. Okay.
You know what? This issue, I just saw this tweet. It's estimated China has completely demolished 30% of the 5,000 mosques.
Sound is good, yeah? Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Sorry that, Qasim. Can you repeat that, bro? What you just said?
It's estimated China. Whose is that?
What?
Someone's thing is making a lot of noise.
It's
Basically,
mine,
it's
man.
estimated China has completely demolished 30% of the 5,000 mosques in Yin Yang, with 80% having their domestic and towers demolished or removed. So if they had like a place for the imam to live, they destroyed that, and they removed all the things. And so 30% of 5,000 is quite a lot, man.
And not one word from Pakistan.
Yeah,
Not one
even me.
word from
No,
Pakistan.
I've been calling out the Prime Minister on Twitter, man. Honestly, I've been calling him a lot of stuff.
Its biggest supplier, its biggest weapon supplier, its biggest. Do you know that the Chinese have this thing called the Belt and Road Initiative?
Yeah, and they need Pakistan badly.
They need Pakistan. Without Pakistan, they are dead in the water. They need Pakistan, and they're using the Baluchistan port in Pakistan. And the Chinese,
it's the only one they have there.
The Chinese, it's the deep water port in Baluchistan. And without it, they are dead in the water. Now, the Pakistani regime is using Chinese troops, secret Chinese troops, like no one ever talks about it. There's Chinese troops, Chinese special forces, putting down a rebellion, the Baluch people, right, in Pakistan. You know,
is the Baluchistan rebellion is funded by CIA anyway.
I know that, but I'm not for Baluch. I'm not for independence. I think the Muslims should stay together. I'm not for independence anywhere. We have enough so-called independent countries already. We should be united. Muslim countries should be united, not
dividing.
But
you know what? Anyway, you guys talk. I'm going to share a video quickly of Mohammed Hijabi. It's quite funny. Hold on, let me share it 1 sec. Let me find it. You guys talk anyway. 1 minute.
I seen a video of him. The red light.
Yeah. Let me just. I haven't seen it. I just seen like one or 2 minutes of it. 1 second. You're gone, Qasim. What was you saying?
Oh yeah. Like a lot of Muslims are, the name, and a lot of the Pakistanis don't like it at all, because in the comments, in YouTube videos, I'd comment and I'd tell them, why don't you? There's
a lot of bots. There's a lot of bots.
Yeah, that's another thing. But not all.
Especially China.
A lot of Pakistanis, they deny it. They say, those Uyghur Muslims, they're terrorists. They're causing trouble in China. They're pro-Chinese. They're pro-Chinese. A lot of Pakistani nationalists, they love the Chinese more than they love the Muslims. And they believe everything that so the new name now is called Chinastan.
Lovely, brother, lovely. That's a lovely one.
If you say this name, right, it's a new name. It's a new name for Pakistan. If you
I'm Pakistani, but I don't be calling them as well, man.
But if you say this to the nationalists, right, because this is right, like the Pakistani, the Muslims, especially in Ireland. There's Pakistani Salafis, and even the non-Muslims, they're always talking about it. They say Pakistan is a terrible country that missed their 10%. Ali Bhutto, they're the worst. These are the people that started the relationship with China, missed their 10%, and
Gaddafi is his daddy, yeah.
Asaf Ali Zardari, and she was blown up in 2007. All this, and the military, everything. So, they give it the name. It's actually Pakistanis who started that name. They give it the name because not everyone agrees with it. There are a lot. The religious Pakistani Muslims, they started this name. So I think it was started in Europe. I wouldn't say it started inside the country, but
that's good, man.
I had to leave that other group because it was making like the notifications was going bing bing bing, so I had to leave it. So the brothers don't. That's the only reason. Okay, but anyway, go on.
Yeah. So this is the name they call it, Chinastan. And the nationalists, because it's always the Pakistani nationalists who are sticking up for what's happening in Xinjiang.
Yeah.
They're always making excuses, and it's not only Pakistan.
Celtic. Just before, sorry, Akhi, let me just quickly.
It's the Saudis, it's the UAE,
who are on the panel.
It's all of them.
The so-called
Bob was on the panel, and there's another new brother called John and Qasim and Celtic. That's it. I was gonna say, man, bro, before I play this video, do you think Liverpool will do it tomorrow?
Who?
Liverpool. You're a Liverpool fan, aren't you?
Me?
Or it's Celtic?
I don't even like football now.
Oh, okay, sorry. Then he was the other brother.
I've no interest. I used to be a football fanatic when I was younger, but no, don't even. Boxing is what I look at. But that's the only sport I'm interested in.
Yeah, Khabib's brother won the other day, innit? What's his name?
That's saying I do look at MMA.
Tanda
Mostly.
Maria Tanda Gorilimu. Sorry, no, go on. Hold on.
Can I just play one quick song here? It's about Bob the Builder. Do you know your man? Look at this. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
As long as you don't, it's not a copyright thing.
I don't think you
very,
get
very
copyright
funny. Very funny.
here. It's nothing. Why is he called Bob the Builder? Who gave him that name?
This is Bob the Builder from
the park.
Yeah. Anyway, listen to this, guys.
Yeah, go on.
Let's
Stick
quickly
on
watch
them.
this.
How much jab video?
Yeah.
Go on, yeah.
Hold on. Let me start from the.
Darwin Red Light District.
Yeah.
All right, mute yourself, guys.
The like of which had not preceded the previous people. So these were two prophetic predictions of the prophet, which we're seeing happen, take place. And what more emblematic a place for it to take place than this place here? And we're going to be asking people about their views on legalization of prostitution. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're just kind of trying to do some research. Obviously, we're near the infamous red light district, and we're asking questions about what people think of the legalization of prostitution. So what's your opinion?
You are from this region.
I'm from the UK.
Okay. What do I think of the legalization of prostitution? I don't believe in legalizing prostitution because I think prostitution is wrong. I think it's bad for society. It degrades women. So no, and I'm a good Catholic girl, so no again.
Well, I would have a lot to agree with you on then on that point. Yes, I thought maybe you were putting your guard up. It's true. Fantastic. No, I agree with you. No, it's very true. And as we were kind of doing research on this matter, we found that actually this is a very commodifying and objectifying kind of reality, that women are actually putting themselves...
Objectifying women, and women are screaming to be...
Pause that.
And treated with dignity. So where does the take...
You know, in
where they stand?
I was going to say, after World War II, yeah,
go on.
They made prostitution legal in Germany rather than let there be polygamy.
Say that again. What did they do?
Rather than let women marry more than, rather than let polygamy. Polygamy. Where rather than let men marry more than one woman, right? They let prostitution be legal after World War II in Germany and stuff. You know that?
Yeah.
So rather than say, okay, a guy can marry more than two women, they said, oh, let's just legalize prostitution instead, because there were so many women that didn't have a husband or anything.
Yeah. Hold on, let me play that. Hold on, bro. You done, yeah?
Thank you very much for your time. Excellent. Yeah. We're asking some of your opinions on certain things. Yeah. All right. So how you guys doing, first of all?
Yeah, we're pretty good.
Excellent. Yeah, pretty good as well. So he's doing the best because he said excellent. You guys said pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Can I change your answer? I'm doing excellent.
Okay, excellent. Now you're
pretty excellent. No, I'm pretty excellent now.
All right. What are your names?
I'm Jamie.
Kern. I'm Maxi. I'm Mohammed. Yeah. I'm from the UK originally. Thank you. You too. London. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you a question. Obviously, this is quite controversial in almost all the world now about the legalization of prostitution. So what are your opinions on the legalization of prostitution here in Holland since 2000?
Oh, God. I don't really know. What, if it should be legal back home as well, or how?
Oh, are you from the UK?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were doing a really good UK accent. No, the controversy surrounds, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, It's whether it should be criminalized here in Holland. There is a discussion about it. Are you from the UK as well?
Yeah, I don't think it should be criminalized. Here, at least, you know, you can see the women in the doorway, and you know they're doing well. They're not walking some sort of street corner. But
have you tried anything with those women? Have you experimented yourself? I mean, have you?
No. But
so.
No, I don't know.
All right.
I don't look like I should.
No, okay, all right.
Like, are they being exploited or not? So that's what I do wonder about. So yeah, exactly.
Like, so I guess if like
we'll get your.
No, I'm French. Yeah, and I think if people want to go to the prostitutes, they're going, so shouldn't be criminalized as well. Yeah.
Some of the issues concern most pertinently to human trafficking. So so some say that yeah, it's definitely criminalized. I mean, it's already criminalized. But the issue is that since it's been legalized here in Holland, human trafficking, which entails slavery, like sexual slavery and so on, has increased. So that's the main argument that they use against it. One of the main arguments is
Increased everywhere.
Anywhere, yeah. So one of the studies that was done in 2013, which is the effect of human trafficking, prostitution on human trafficking, which has been done by Eric Meyer and others in LSE University of, in the UK. And this is also published in the World Development Journal. That they say that actually countries generally which legalize prostitution, alongside the legalization of prostitution, there's an increase in human trafficking as well. And those countries like Sweden criminalized it, and there's a decrease in human trafficking in that regard. So having those facts in mind, does that change your opinion a little bit?
Yeah, it doesn't it? If it was going to increase human trafficking back home, definitely not. There's kind of a mindset saying that it's probably not for it. Yeah. Not make as many people street.
So yeah, I did vaguely know about some of the issues with the legalization, some of the arguments, but I understand that it could increase human trafficking, but whether prohibition is the right way of doing it, or whether more education and more safeguards for women who do decide to do sex work, if they are deciding to do sex work. So I don't think it should be criminalized, because I think you should be able to, if you want to pay for it, if you want to sell it, you should be able to do that. But yeah, I do.
Let me put you guys in a scenario which might be a bit weird, all right? This might be a bit weird. I'm not sure if you're intending to use the services here in your holidays, but what I was going to say was that, say for instance, because in this country, right, you have to pay before the services are done, right? So you have to actually pay the money before. And obviously they've got buttons in there and stuff if they feel like they're being raped. So if you have to pay for the services, for instance, right, and you go in, I mean, you're a young lad, whatever, maybe it's not going to happen with you, but you take off your shirt and you start getting ready, and she says, you know what, I'm not attracted to you, get out. But she's already taken your money, right? So can you see the issues here? I mean, what would you do in that scenario?
Well, can you get a refund?
Can't get a refund.
Can't get a refund. Well, I suppose.
Taking 50, is it 50 euros or? You don't know? Okay, no, that's it. How much is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It must happen. It's not like legislised or whatever. So I'm sure, and probably much worse consequences happen. I guess it's the same kind of argument with weed. Like, if you legalize it.
No, I think it's a little bit different, because at least you can kind of measure the thing, and there is a physical substance being.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I guess it is. People and weed are different. Yeah. I guess legislation is never really going to take people's feelings into account.
Let me put you. Yeah, go on.
I mean, I suppose even though you are paying for it, the woman doesn't have to really accept it. So I understand that. He pissed off about it, but
you just wasted 50 euros.
Yeah, you've wasted that money, but you can't exactly force yourself on a woman because of 50 euros. So, do you know?
What if that happened, man? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. How about this? I mean, let me put you in. Shall I put you one more story? I'll put you in oh yeah. Let me put you in another scenario. So say you've paid the money, she's happy to have you. You go inside the room, you close the curtains or whatever it is, and then afterwards you start having intercourse, 3 minutes in, she starts saying, get off me, right? And then she starts saying that you raped, she pushes the button, she says you raped her because you didn't get off her as quickly as you should have. Now you see how that can be quite a challenging scenario. How would you avert that?
I don't know. I've never been in that situation, and I never hope I would be. Yeah, because that is really grave. You can't really. Sorry, I don't have it. I don't know. I'm thinking here, and yeah, I don't want any woman to be raped, and yeah, issues with consent and things like that. But yeah, that's a real difference. Sorry.
No, it's just something to have in your mind. But thank you very much, guys, for your contributions. Take care, guys. See you later. Thank you, man. Take care, man. Yeah. So as you guys have seen, the main argument seems to be one of liberty. A woman should do whatever she wants to do. If you want to sell the body, you can sell the body. If you want to buy it, you should be able to buy it. So it's one of freedom. But the main challenges we've seen also has been one of restriction of freedom, quite ironically as well, because, yeah, you're increasing the freedom supposedly for one group of consumers and suppliers, in the case of prostitutes, but you would be restricting the freedom of those people being human trafficked because the demand is increasing, and of course because those people don't have a choice in the matter whatsoever. So if something that you're doing, the byproduct of which is an increase in slavery in society here in Europe, question is, should we continue doing that thing or not? But here, when we go back to the issue of human trafficking, someone could argue though that if you give, because what it is that
different question. It is the rules and legislation which should have a certain control in it. When that's failing, then you have the human trafficking and the abuse and misuse of the women. So control it. Put your focus as a government or as a police state or whatever on that and not on the women.
From your experience and from your knowledge here in the country, do you know, like when, for example, when women close the curtains and they offer the service, whatever they're offering for X amount of minutes, I don't know how it works. Yeah, so when that happens, the concern here is that what happens in the closed room as well. So, for example, if a woman is being raped,
they have a button. Immediately, there will be a police or whatever around.
So if they press the button, and then the person who is the one who is the alleged, so the one who's being alleged of rape, if they deny that allegation, so how do we resolve that kind of an issue?
That is legislation, because it's a one-on-one situation.
Right. So and another question I've always wondered as well, right? So for example, if someone, because you have to pay before you get the service, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Otherwise, you would walk away and say bye. Oh, darling, no.
Yeah. So if the payment is done before the service, right, and the service is not provided,
the service is not provided.
Yeah. So how can that be resolved?
You're a bad saleswoman.
Yeah. So doesn't that mean that there's a miscarriage of justice in a sense? Because obviously, if the payment is not provided, so for example, if you go inside and you pay the money, right? Yeah. Not yourself, some ex-person, Tom goes in and pays the person, right? And he pays and then the woman says, you know what? She looks at the person, he takes off his shirt. You know, it doesn't look so good. He doesn't want to continue with this. She says, get out of the room. He said, what now? What now?
Yeah. It is. You have to make the rules very clear.
Yeah, but how would you uphold those rules? I mean, I'm just really wondering.
You have to make that very clear. But that's a business contract for that very moment. And when that's not being followed, then there's a wrong thing happening. And then you have to press charges or whatever, or sue somebody or try.
I would think that would be quite difficult to prove. But thank you very much for your opinion. What they found was that in 2013, when they did this study, which was entitled "Does does the legalization of prostitution increase human trafficking? Now, I think that was the name of the study, right? And it was in World Development Journal, right? They found that when you criminalize prostitution, what that does is it decreases human trafficking. When you legalize it, it increases. And they looked at more than one case study, and it was pretty multidisciplinary in the sense that there was more than one professor looking at it and so on. So just on that fact alone, do you think if that can be proven, we should stop? Because I mean, human trafficking is always is wrong. So we should stop that if it could, one way or another.
So what do you guys think, guys?
Wallahi, man, there's something very wrong with the society and these rules. You know what I mean? It's very
Yeah,
sick.
obviously, man. Like I explained to you earlier, rather than letting a guy marry two women, they'd rather let women be prostitutes after World War II. That should tell you everything about society that they have.
You know, that's why I said I don't know why they're against polygamy so much that now you can have mistresses, you can cheat, this, that, but polygamy is like they hate it. It's like
Polygamy honors the woman. It does not dishonor her like prostitution does.
Of course, polygamy
No, but
it has responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you what they say. This is why they're against it. It's because the amount of children they say that will be outgrown.
Yeah,
that's what they say. They say we'll
okay, Yazid. What I was gonna say, inshallah, that you know people get to realize that, because have you noticed, even like our Muslim sisters, I could say, like they frown upon, like there's quite I can't say the numbers, like if it's a majority or if it's a minority or if it's like 50-50, but when they talk about polygamy, even our Muslim sisters like frown upon it, you know. Now, like
Syed, kidogo bora.
what's happening
Kidogo na balalu assistant to, yeah.
Hey, it's haram to speak in a different language, you know, that if the others don't understand it. Remember that.
Hey, Syed, what you doing, bruv?
What you doing, Mr. Troller?
Yo, Syed, pick up your hair, blood. Pick up. I heard
You sound like Pinky, man. You sounded like Raza when you just said that.
Allow that, blood. Allow that.
I swear you just sounded like him.
Yeah, you've been listening to many of Razas, man.
Yeah. What's happening, right?
Oh, subhanallah.
So what do you think of Yazid? What's the prices at the red light district, man?
What?
Asking.
What?
What's the prices at a red light district in Holland? Because Mohammed Dijab was asking in that video to that guy. Do you know the prices? So
do you?
I'm asking you. You should know. Do you know the prices?
Why should I know the prices, bro?
I'm just asking you. Do you know?
I didn't even hardly. I was reading the chats. Couldn't focus, bro, what you were saying still.
So what's been going on in the online world, bro? I was talking about polygamy, bro. What's your opinion on polygamy?
Obviously, we're Muslim, bruv. You get me? 4 wife, bro. Inshallah.
What's your intention? How many you're interested?
Allah knows best, bro. Let me see if I can handle one first, innit?
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's mega true, bro. I mean, so what else has been happening, Akhi, man? What's this online nonsense going on, bro? All this obsession, and there's people in other countries hating on you without even knowing you.
First thing, Assalamu alaikum to the other brothers in the panel.
Salam.
You, my brothers, you good? Sorry, G, I was just trolling in the start. I forgot about you, man. Still.
This is Yazid, and this is what he does is he does salams. Said when he enters a room, he'll give you salam. Say maybe 5 minutes later.
Okay, Syed. Okay.
So What's happening, man? What else? What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, brothers?
No, just
Yeah, he's looking for a wife. If anybody can find him a wife, he'll be very happy.
Who?
You are.
Said? Said's you looking
You.
for the
He's talking about
wife?
you, bro. He's talking about you.
oh,
No, he said you asked me that you're looking for wife.
No. I said
Mm.
Yazid is looking for a wife.
Your reactionary.
Oh,
This mic, Alhamdulillah, a sister donated this mic, so keep that in your mind, innit? This mic was donated.
who's saying
Very,
that? Who's
all
saying
right.
this, Syed?
Huh?
yo,
Syed,
you were listening,
I'm just
innit?
telling reactionary, innit, that my mic was donated, innit?
where's reactionary?
He
He's in the
gave
Yo,
Bayat Raquid of
he's in the
England.
live chat. Reactionary, join the panel, man. Hold on, let me show
who's
you the
that
link.
brother? Who's that brother?
Join
John. Oh,
reactionary if
John
you
with
got
some love. Yeah, man.
if you can bear it, if you can got the
Reaction is a spy. Don't bring that fool in here before I punch the
nah.
hell out of him. Like
let's
catch
let,
him and Dublin, you're gonna get his head
let's see if
chopped
he
off.
can defend himself.
The
He can't defend himself. The
reactionary
madkhali.
Just tell him that we heard
mad
all
Cali.
the other chat room. We heard what was going on.
Yeah, you.
He goes the same sister who paid for the parking.
No, it's a different sister. Are you jealous, reactionary? Someone who paid for my parking. I just
Side
said,
gets
you know what? Listen to
yo.
this, guys. Yeah, I
Side
can't
gets
believe
people
this
to
guy
pay for his
remembered this.
parking and that.
You know what? Yeah, I went to the park. I went to. I was going to this meeting. Yeah, and I said, I was live, and I said that. Oh man, I don't want to. I can't park downstairs. It costs £8-9 an hour to park, and then bang, a sister comments on my live chat saying, I've just dropped the parking £20 on the your PayPal. Yeah, now go and park there and just go to the meeting. Yeah, that's not me asking them or anything like that. Yeah, and then I don't think Mr. Reactionary was happy about that. He
Man, reaction gets paid by the Saudi government.
he
So
got he got he goes, oh, why didn't I say, oh sister, I'll pay you back and this and that.
At
How do
least
you know I
listen to
didn't?
this.
And how
At
do you know
least
what I said?
yo, listen to this. At least someone paid for your parking.
Mm.
With reactionary, he gets chased out.
Like
he get chased to this car.
What has it even got to do with anyone who gives you money? That's what I'm thinking. Like, what?
He's being on social welfare, like.
Why is someone so concerned?
Yeah,
about
no, he's trying to like plant a seed in people's head that there's people giving me money and I'm asking for money and this that the other. Do you get it? That's what he was trying to do.
Reactionary.
The link don't work. 1 minute, let me send you the link again. Oh, Mr. Reactionary is saying the link won't work. Link doesn't work. Let's see. 1 minute. I think he's already backing out, brothers. So
yo, reactionary. What you saying? You're scared of Syed?
I think he's scared of everyone on the panel.
Reactionary.
You know what
Here you go. Join again.
Syed, he was
I'm
on.
sending the link from the mobile.
He was on the Respects.
Are you on your laptop?
You know, he was on Respects channel. He's like a mod on Respects channel there a while ago, and Respect was coursing him and calling him a dickhead and an idiot, and he was just all meek, like it was like Respect had some power over them. You know, this is there about maybe week and a half ago, maybe a week and a half ago. It's like, what? First of all, what is Muslims doing? I know a few like people get on and speak and things like that, but what every night? Like Respect, he does have a show on maybe. I think it's every night, and it's just there'll just be about 20 people, maybe sometimes 50 people on the same talking over each other, and it's just he picks issues to get Muslims fighting with each other. That's what I noticed. He gets one group on, and gets another group on, and gets them to go at each other.
You're reactionary. I added you. There's no excuses. I added you to the group.
Yo, Aki, most of the ones that joined are not Muslim, they're Muslims.
Yeah.
These are the main fans, the Muslims.
Yeah, they're called Muslims.
Yeah.
Muslims.
Yo, reactionary.
It's usually the people that say
Reactionary, I added you. You can join now.
If reactionary starts using his queen's language, you'll be calling, yeah, I'm a Muslims.
Yeah, just like Syed,
I love
we're talking about the same thing.
Uh.
I actually didn't really, when everyone was attacking reactionary.
You're reactionary. I added you to the group. I
Yeah.
actually added you to the group, so you can join now.
He's just trolling you, blood.
I didn't
Man,
really take any
scared to jump on the panel. Come on, man.
I didn't even take any notice. But after listening to what he was saying earlier, someone was we were playing back, listening to what's that? Muslim Matters, and now I believe everything. Abu Talha was about a week and a half ago. Abu Talha was just thinks he's the devil, and I was thinking
Reactionary.
Abu Talha is going too far.
Who?
But
Reactionary.
I actually believe him. I believe all what people were saying about him. Thinks he's the devil.
Yo, go like, yo, go like.
You know what? Yeah, I don't know why. A lot of people been saying that about reactionary. Yeah. So me, I kind of like remained in the middle, neutral as much as I can.
The same with me. That like I didn't really,
I joke with him recently. I was just
Yeah.
like, the little jokey. But
Yeah.
today, when someone messaged me, I don't know why, man. Like I was like actually out, and someone, alhamdulillah, I'm not gonna diss these brothers. They sometimes like message me with audio clips and say, "Look, this person's talking about you. That person's talking about you on this channel, that channel, whatever." Yeah.
But you shouldn't really pay attention. To
I
these,
didn't. I didn't.
These people steer things, you know that.
I know.
Understand?
I didn't really, but what I'm gonna do, what it is, yeah. When I heard, look, they brought it to my attention, yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, Subhanallah. When I said it out loud like that, oh no, man, the parking costs enough. I was just thinking out loud, and
So
then
what you
bang.
said actually was backbiting today.
Yeah, I'm thinking like bang. That sister dropped that £20 on.
I think he's jealous.
Parking.
He didn't get the €20 or £20.
I don't know, man.
Actually backbiting, yeah.
Wallahi,
Oh my God.
Listen to this, yeah.
Oh
Watch,
my
guys.
God.
I'm going to tell you
Get
something
outta
now,
here,
yeah.
man. Get
I've
outta here.
stopped having mods on my channel. Watch, very soon, everyone's going to stop having mods. Just watch. It's just like, it's crazy.
Yo, make me more than it.
No mods on my channel, bro.
Man, next time I see you, I'm gonna bang you.
Reactionary
with that
has
spanner,
joined the call. All right, I rate him 1%.
Assalamu alaikum to the Muslims.
Gonna join.
Walaikum assalam. Comes in with the sly one to the Muslims.
We don't give salam to the Khawarij, the Madkhalis. So may Allah destroy all the Madkhalis and give victory to Ummah. May Allah free Hijaz from you kafirs. May Allah destroy you.
Subhanallah, you do sound like Bob, you know. Like I'm talking about your actual tone of your post. Wallahi, I actually thought that was Bob, yeah.
What's the name of that lunatic that was just talking?
I don't know bro. I met
that John Boy.
John Boy. You got the John.
My name is
You got
Reactionary.
Bob.
You failed. You little failed. You're a failed. That's it. You're a reactionary. Giving bay'ah to the queen. Go and give bay'ah to the Rabia Madkhali, you kalb.
You're gonna curse me in Arabic. You sure you wanna curse me in Arabic, brother?
I don't speak Arabic.
So why are you calling me kalb then?
I know some words.
Say it with the soft, the high kaf.
Kalb.
Kalb or qalb. Qalb is heart. Well, how do you say heart in the pronunciation?
That's qalb.
Heart.
Depends which language.
Arabic. Arabiyya.
Egyptian is qalb.
Arab, like proper Arabic, like like
qalb.
Kalb. Is it the soft one or I forgot? I keep it confusing them.
Yeah, soft one.
Soft one. That's kaf.
It means to turn something, and the heart is something that turns. So if you wake up in the morning, you're not guaranteed to go to bed as a Muslim.
That is true. That is true. For you, that's true. May Allah destroy you, kalb.
So yeah, reactionary. What was all that about, man? Like about the
I've got a truce with Go Live. So big up Go Live, good brother. Yeah, what do you say?
Let go.
No, I'm saying like you thinking about like, oh, why didn't I say, oh, I'll pay you back, sister, or something like that? What's all that about, man? Like, why would you even say it like that? And did you see the moment you said that?
Serious shubahata.
The moment you said that, did you see who turned up on the live chat? Subhanallah, man. It's like
Who was that?
obsession. Guess
Who?
there's 2 R's that obsessed with me. Yeah.
An R.
R's, R, the letter R. Yeah.
Oh.
So I just tell everyone in this YouTube world there, just keep an eye who mentions whose name and who is obsessed with who.
Oh my god.
You will see who
I know
mentions
who
whose
it
name
is.
and who obsessed is with who.
And
'Cause
and reactionary
what
does
did
be
they
always
say?
on his
Oh, I
channel.
can't kick my name out of your mouth and whatnot. But we'll
Who's
see.
R?
People keep an eye on it. You'll see who mentions whose name.
Yeah.
Man's getting on life.
Anyway,
Reactionary does be always on his
reactionary.
channel.
What is
Yo,
this?
anyway,
You
Syed,
backbiting.
you're the one who started on me, bro. So just remember that.
Started? How do you
Yes, bro. With that video on sharing that video from Abu Jahil.
Which video? I never made any video on you.
No, you shared his video where the video titled "Reactionary."
Oh, subhanallah. I told him to change it, bro, and he changed it. I told him, look, bro, that when I shared your channel name, it didn't have that title, and then
What? There's a beef going on.
suddenly I
Wow.
noticed.
By the way, sorry, one sec. Who's John Boy? Is he on the panel?
Yeah.
This John, brother Bob.
I
So
shared
John
the
Boy, is that good to say? Make dua that this Madkhali dog reactionary gets cancer.
Yes,
reactionary.
it is
Akhi.
against you. May Allah
Honestly, bro. No, seriously. Is that
That's
a good
a bit
dua
harsh,
to make?
yeah. I'll admit.
Ya Allah sent cancer towards all the Madkhali, starting with Rabia
But
Madkhali.
reactionary, what I want to say, yeah, this online
Hold
world,
on, John Boy. You know when you make dua, the angels say Ameen and the same for you. You know that?
reactionary, why would you on this online world, why do you watch every single comment, man? You know there's people out who you don't even know their faces.
That was a good comeback.
Yeah, bro. There's one thing called comments, and there's one thing that's just crazy.
Bro, do you see what
lunacy.
people say about me? Like, bro, this, for example, people say in Japan, someone, yeah, is hating on me. Why would I care? Someone I never seen, don't know. So I think chill out and don't watch every single comment, man. Trust me, because if you react,
But Syed, this is what I do. I react. That's my that's what
I
I
know.
do with this account. I'm a
Well,
reactionary.
then you're a bit soft, you can say, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's fair enough.
And what it is, yeah, until everyone been telling me, be careful, reactionary, be careful, reactionary. Now I'm too busy with life to really even like, okay, I'm be careful for me, whatever. I don't even know the man, but what's he gonna do to me over the panel or whatever? Do you get it? So I'm thinking, okay, I'll be careful of him. But bro, like, you know, when you said that about that parking thing, it made me think today. Now, in my heart, I felt to myself, you know what? Now I understand why people say that about you. I don't know why. This is the first time ever.
The good thing is it worked. So somebody spread that information to you, right?
Hold on. Give me the link.
someone
I can handle him. All right, bro. 1 second. Someone wants to
Can
handle.
someone spread that? What? Again, God? We actually just asked you something.
Go on, say that again. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, somebody shared that information with you, right?
Yeah. Like I'm thinking to myself,
Why did they do that?
And I want to tell that person as well, yeah. From now on, please, anyone that mentions me in any negative way, I know you guys do it in a if you do it in a good intention, no problem. But from now on, please don't even tell me. I don't want to know.
By the way,
I was.
Did I mention your name, Syed, when I said that?
Okay, you didn't have to mention my name because.
Thank you.
I already mentioned your name. That's
yeah,
right.
great. Dunya already mentioned my name because you were joking, yeah.
And you added in.
And then you straight away dropped it. But come on, man. That's what I mean, man. That's what I mean.
So everyone knew that you're talking about
because
Syed. You get me?
then who appeared in the live chat like bang, my obsession, boom.
Yeah. That was a bit of banter, to be honest.
I mean, so
it was the Ras man, wasn't it?
Black bang.
Yeah, by the way, who is the R that you mentioned? What's that?
Reactionary, no one likes you. Get lost here. No one likes you. Everybody hates you. Madkhali. Yeah, Madkhali dog.
And the same to you. The same to you.
You know what?
My brothers Wallahi, my akhis, they love me for the
You
sake
know,
of Allah, not like you.
John is one
You
of the
might
names
have
in the
God.
Bible, isn't it? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Reactionary. Someone's asking in the live chat, do you support Majid Nawaz?
No, I'm not supporting Majid Nawaz.
No, he doesn't apparently. Ajay, I sent you the link, I think, so you can jump on. So
Shit, the way the reaction becomes
reactionary, you do rub people up the wrong way, bro.
And
Yeah.
Matthew,
I
Luke,
think
and John.
No pun intended. Well, intended.
you just love enemies, don't you?
Pun
Reactionary?
intended.
You love to have
Reactionary
enemies.
seems to. I don't understand. Even those people who has not even met him, for some reason, they just like.
I think he thrives on people hating him. That's the
Yeah,
only bit.
reaction. Do you thrive on that? You're like,
if it's defending the Deen, I have no problem with it, bro.
Not Dean. I'm not talking about obviously Dean. We all want to do it in our own way, whatever we can. But I'm talking about people. Why do people say that? Be careful of reactionary. Be careful of reactionary.
He's a kafir. He's a spy. He works at MI5.
See, like rumors like that. Say, I won't go that far. Like these two, like
I wouldn't go that far still.
Same here. I don't like when it comes to takfir. I need to see clear cut, but clear cut thing. Who got booted?
I'll make takfir on the Shia and everyone else.
He got booted, man.
He left himself.
Huh? No, and guys, anyone start booting thing, bro, that's like they'll get booted. Hold on.
Now he left himself.
Reaction.
Baby have
What reaction got booted?
Someone jumped on and I think booted him. Yeah, I saw someone jumped on and booted.
I think that's AJ.
Do you know who's known for that?
Who's unknown? Who's that?
It's probably
With
Abu
the
Talib.
white logo.
Yo, you know, like how many times I've witnessed reactionary getting booted? It's countless now. In
No,
channel you got
that's why he's a
booted.
madkhali.
I added you back, reactionary, and hold on, let me copy the link and send you.
Needs to come
He's
back
got
with a
their
different
accounts.
link.
He's got their accounts. So if I go to
provoke reactionary,
hold on, here is.
He's got another account.
Someone just came on, booted him out. I sent you the link.
Reactionary got another account.
You have your other
Go MI5. Go MI5 got another account.
Is that his?
Yeah, that's him.
Subhanallah, go for MI5 is him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now he comes with the thing, that account too, out of panels.
I added you back on the account you got kicked. If you can't join that, just I've sent you the link. So use one of your other accounts.
You know, the first time we ever heard of him, Syed, he was on your channel.
Wa alaikum assalam, Sheikh Bob.
Bobby back.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Bob came firing in before reactionary here.
No.
Baya from the group conversation. Baya left this conversation. Who's Baya? I think this might be Jimmy. It might be
Abu Jimmy.
Bob, your mate left. Reactionary. He was just here.
Oh no!
He ran away because Bob 2.0. John
Jimmy,
Boy
Abu Jimmy came. I think it was Abu Jimmy.
No.
Who is this infamous Abu Jimmy I keep on hearing about?
No, yeah.
He's a big man thing, lads. You get me?
I get
He's
you,
a
bro.
big man, blood. The Don. He's running the things, blood. Kitchen Mafia and that.
Is it? Kitchen Mafia?
Nah, I don't know that.
What's happening here? What time is it? Where's the man? My app don't work. This one, I hate this app, man. Subhanallah.
You are unable to join because you are still using the same profile. You have to wear the Queen's hat to come in again. Reactionary.
And I'm unable to join. Join with another account. Reactionary. I sent you the link on your hurry up because Fajr starts at 3:50, and Jamar is at 4:30. So I'm gonna stay on another what?
Yo, Syed, so how you been,
15,
mate?
20 minutes. Then max, I'm off.
Yo,
Go on.
Syed,
Yeah.
how you been, mate?
Been busy, akhi, man. Been busy.
You been going to the gym, MMA?
I'm surprised, bro. That video was up for not even 1 second. I can't believe you saw that. It said 0 views, and I don't know how
Which
you knew
video,
about
bruv?
that, bro.
Which video?
Hold on, don't Lul Said, don't you know who's Abu
What
Jim,
the
bro?
hell is Syed talking about, bud?
Oh,
I've
okay,
told him.
sorry. I thought you what are you talking about?
You
I
said
said,
the gym.
are you gonna? Are you training for MMA? That's what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
I,
I am.
You're talking
I
about some video surprise. What are you talking about?
No, I'm
Cuz?
talking about gym, bro. Gym training video we did.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Are you going
Oh,
to
you
the
saw
gym?
that? Yeah, we
I
are.
didn't
Yeah.
see that, bruv. I'm just asking
Okay.
that, bruv.
Yes, we are.
You are, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so when is the fight with
So
Faz?
Are you really gonna
Yeah.
fight him?
Oh,
Nah, man.
yeah, man. 101 fight, man. Let's do it for charity.
Go on, boys. You get me, boys. Knock him out clean.
Yeah.
Constable
Reactionary, use another account. I've sent you the link.
He has
Go on,
many
boys.
accounts. He can use any other account.
Yeah, I think because you got kicked, you can't join this. So
The hacker kicked you. I think it was Abu Jimmy. So just come back with another account.
I've actually got kicked by Abu Jimmy countless
Reactionary, I
times now.
inboxed you on Hangouts. So copy and paste the link and join it via your Provoke account or MI5 account or so many accounts that you have, man. Just use one.
Yo, you know, Sir Faz apparently is bald.
What? MI5
He
account?
has got a receding hairline when I saw him.
Is that
Bro, did you know?
I heard
Yeah,
that,
listen,
yes.
bro, I was
but I
wishing
heard
that
he's-
man comes and gives me he goes to me, oh, I want to give you Amana back to you. I go, what? Wait, what do you mean? He goes, you know that spying recording I did of our 2-hour conversation? I want to give you that back in your hand in an envelope. Okay, so when he told me that, yeah, I said, okay, man's been humble. I won't laugh or mock him. I thought, okay, cool, no problem. Then I hear the next day, or like a bipolar idiot, yeah. Next day or the following day, man's chatting breeze, yeah. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'll be nice to him and let him come and drop that envelope to me, and I'll give him an envelope back. And I was gonna give him the USB back to him straight away, where the sun don't shine. And I thought, come on, give me that what do you call it? That USB. But it looks like man clocked it.
What do you mean the spying video? What do
Bro, the guy,
Yo,
yeah,
Syed, it's too
the
funny,
guy,
man.
yeah, recorded me having a chat with him, 2-hour
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
He recorded it, spied like a haram move he did, yeah. He recorded it, yeah. Then listen to this. Listen. 1 minute.
Yo,
Celtic.
Syed, follow him.
Let me just quickly say this. 1 minute. Let me just finish this, and you're right. I'm gonna drop it. He's recording.
madness, man.
He recorded it. He recorded my conversation for 2 hours, and then when people said to him that's haram, do you know what he said? He goes, "Well, what if that was terrorism? What if that was terrorism?"
Big up Sir Faz. He's a good brother, man.
Do you understand? He goes, "What if
He's a
that was
warrior.
terrorism?
Sir Faz is a
Do you want to
warrior.
record him?" That's the excuse he uses. The example. He goes,
You
"What if that
thought you were
terrorism?"
having a private conversation with him, was it?
Private, man. Like it was.
Which idiot? Which idiot was that?
Huh?
Who did that?
You want, bro? It's this online beg to get it. Online beg stick insect. Yeah. Just chatting bare breeze about me, man. I don't even know this guy. Comes out of nowhere. He goes, the defender of Bengalis, defender of Muslims came, bro, against me.
Can you hear me, bro?
I came here to defend the Muslims and the Bengalis from
Yo, Syed, tell us the truth, bro. What did you do to Faz?
Wallahi, I don't know who that guy is.
The guy recording you is a monarch.
Bro, that guy
The
called
guy who
me.
recorded you was a monarch, bro.
I know.
Yo, imagine online a psycho Bengali.
Bro, the guy was calling me.
Syed.
I was like, I had to switch off my Hangouts notifications.
You
1
must have
minute,
done Syed.
Provoke.
You must have done Syed.
Mans was calling me. So because I ignored his calls, yeah, he got so angry. Then he emailed me, and I ignored his email. Then he got so angry because I didn't reply.
Needed users. Abu Jimmy. Abu Jimmy. Oh no, Abu Jimmy's here. Abu Jimmy's coming in and out. Abu Jimmy.
What? Where's Abu Jimmy? Hey, where's Abu Jimmy? Oh, did he keep reacting in?
وخير لنا أهون علينا أن تفنى هذه الأمة عن بكرة أبيها أهون علينا من أن نرى المسجد الأقصى يهدم أو أن نرى فلسطين تهود ويطرد منها أهلها.
فجروهم حيث كانوا وانحروهم واطردوهم من ربى المسرى جميعا وادحروهم. فجروهم حيث كانوا وانحروهم واطردوهم من ربى المسرى جميعا وادحروهم.
شردوهم ضيقوا الدنيا عليهم
واقهروهم
واسكبوا الويلات في درب العدالة
ترحموهم. شردوهم ضيقوا الدنيا عليهم واقهروهم واسكبوا الويلات في درب العدالة ترحموهم.
إنهم قوم عثوا في الأرض بغيا
فاقصروهم.
إنهم إخوان خنزير وقرد
فانبذوهم. فجروهم حيث كانوا وانحروهم واطردوهم من ربى المسرى جميعا وادحروهم. فجروهم حيث كانوا وانحروهم واطردوهم من ربى المسرى جميعا وادحروهم. حطموا صهيون أرباب المخازي واسحقوهم. لا تراعوا هدنة فيهم وصلحا دمروهم. حطموا صهيون أرباب المخازي واسحقوهم. لا تراعوا هدنة فيهم وصلحا دمروهم. انصروني قالها الأقصى وأبناء انصروهم. انقذوهم من بني صهيون هيا انقذوهم. فجروهم حيث كانوا وانحروهم واطردوهم من ربى المسرى جميعا وادحروهم. فجروهم حيث كانوا وانحروهم واطردوهم من ربى المسرى جميعا وادحروهم. وافتحوا آذانكم للقوم لطفا واسمعوهم. قد أتاكم في بلاغ صوتهم لا تتركوهم. وافتحوا آذانكم للقوم لطفا واسمعوهم. قد أتاكم في بلاغ صوتهم لا تتركوهم. فانهضوا للثأر من كل الأعادي واقتلوهم. مزقوهم شتتوهم وأسروهم. اذبحوهم. فجروهم حيث كانوا وانحروهم واطردوهم من ربى المسرى جميعا وادحروهم. فجروهم حيث كانوا وانحروهم واطردوهم من ربى المسرى جميعا وادحروهم.